You need to run me over?
Sir, please leave the area, sir. Sir, please leave the area.
What up, Bob?
What am I gonna get
Sir,
my keys?
leave
So
the area,
I
please.
texted you, you son of a bitch. Read your text.
Leave the area, sir.
Read your fucking text messages.
So how long until the meeting's over with?
It might be a while. Just take your fucking time, or maybe just wait till tomorrow.
Tell the mayor Trevingle coming for him.
Sir, leave the area, please.
I heard them say Fingaldan.
They said Trevingle Dam.
Oh, thank God. I was so worried.
I got a feeling it's gonna come around that corner. All right, I'm gonna go piss in my office. How are we doing so far, you think?
I think this is good. I mean, they all come up with pretty much the same things that we did, except for a couple of small differences of opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Cornwood, you on duty right now?
Yeah, I am.
Can you get on radio and announce that the chief of police will be picked at the shift 3 meeting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. I'm gonna go piss in my office. What'd that say? I am on the bingo card. Oh, shit. What up, lazy? Thank you. Moonmoon's paid actor. Thanks for subbing. I'm doing very well. What the fuck was I gonna do? BRB, right quick. 5-minute council break. Hi. Greetings.
Yeah, I did this, but I'm saying no. Yes. No. Yeah. Okay. No.
Hello.
Yeah, I think we just bring that one up when we go to speak about it.
I want to take a second to thank all the auditors for their time and effort. I know that a lot of you are ex-cops, and a lot of you have either chosen not to be cops or were just not hired for whatever reason. Thank you. I know it may dredge up old memories or wounds or what have you, and I know it wasn't easy. I'm doing some part because I've been interviewing cops and I know what it's like, so thank you.
I'll say you're welcome when I get my 50 grand.
Okay.
Judge Glory, would you like to give the last auditor's opinion?
Yeah, so I really don't have that much of a voice. I've been sick, but I did, want to do this audit. So I'll just leave it at a few things here since
Lay out the
we're
tiers.
all pretty much in agreement with their observations. One thing we didn't really touch on was Flop Dugong. No one mentioned that he needs to do a lot more police work and stop frolicking in the meadows.
Could you elaborate on that? What do you mean he's frolicking in meadows?
Please. I think that's very base, Willie.
He had 4 or 5 incidents in the entire month of February.
And this man's a senior officer?
Yes.
So can you elaborate on the actual frolicking? Like what is happening exactly?
He's an ex-ranger. I mean, Willie's got his... We tried to send him into the sun as my final act as sheriff with the rest of the state officers, but alas, we got stopped. Anyway, Willie, if you want to elaborate.
Yeah, pretty much. I think he's spending too much time up in the hills picking up dog shit, eating berries off of trees or something. I'm not sure. I thought that needed to be pointed out. I think we covered just about every other aspect that we all observed, and I'll send Molten my report so you could have what I found in writing. I apologize, I can't talk more, but Janetti says I have COVID, but I don't believe him.
Yeah, I don't believe doctors either.
Holy fuck.
I'll just keep this mask on.
I guess, does anyone here have any questions for any of the auditors specifically? All right.
Nope. All I need are their state IDs before they leave, so I make sure they get paid.
Also, I did make the changes to the legislation. I'll read it out really quick so we have everyone's consent because I did say it was unanimous. I've added a line in the bullet points of the powers the mayor's office reserved, which reads initiation of chief of police and assistant chief of police selection. Mayor or deputy mayor will collect names submitted by the LSP in order to submit them to the state, same as the commissioner.
Well, before you continue, I spoke with Malton about this, and he did touch on it in his speech. I think that the chief of police should be able to pick their assistant.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will just get rid of that.
Okay.
A chief of police and assistant chief of police of the LSP are empowered to carry out the functions of the LSP at the highest level as the direct commanding officers to the current captains and existing command structure. These positions will be nominated / selected from a pool of officers, and I will edit that to say this position and then note the chief of police selects the assistant.
Tell them about sounding. It's my wood cutting.
Okay.
It's like 64 or some shit.
At my state ID, if you don't have it, it's 1100.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Owens was the only profile that wasn't coming up. I just got Judge Glory's as well.
Why are we paying Molten?
What'd she say?
Why are we paying Molten?
She needs your state ID before you
Yeah,
leave.
I already got Owens. It was just yours was the only one not showing up in the MD.
3459.
He's an auditor? No, he's a council member, guys.
Okay, I've amended it to read: a chief of police and a assistant chief of police of the LSP are empowered to carry out functions of the LSP at the highest levels, direct commanding officers, the current captain, existing command structure. Chief of police will be nominated, selected from a pool of officers, senior officer above, and appointed by the state via the mayor's office. The assistant chief of police will be appointed by the selected chief of police.
I have some final notes for the auditors because we have been talking to seniors and stuff. These are very so. How many pages did you write of notes, Chief of Staff?
47.
47 pages. Most of these are transcripts plus, bullet points of general findings. Here is some keywords. DAP came up in interviews 54 times among 17 interviews. FTO came up 29 times. Cadet came up 22 times. Command or lack of chain of command came up 30 times. Barrick Johnson and Ruby York came up the most for high command positions, with a Jeffrey Bones coming up second most. Training and retention were the most frequently cited issues, with the downstream effects from the chain of command or lack thereof as the most frequently cited issue for many roadblocks aspiring officers face. Lack of delegation, the fleshing out of command. These are just very brief clip notes. We're gonna pass these the interviews and stuff along to Molten as well. That's all.
The last thing I just want to clarify here before I guess the auditors are released, is there any objections to a lighter version of this circling back in about a week or so to get the pulse of how people are feeling with like the new chief and assistant chief, and see if things are continuing in the right direction?
I think a week's too short, personally. People got time to cook, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
If you came to the council after our first meeting after a week, we wouldn't have had shit to tell you. I think 2 weeks at least, personally.
There was a common consensus as well with nearly all the interviews that I did, ranging from captains all the way down to the bottom, that they would like a continued audit within like a few months' time as well.
How do I get into
Well, we got a rough
Make an
time
account.
limit, which is the expiration of Max's term, so we can certainly schedule something.
Killing
Right, and then,
slimes.
I guess we just revisit it down the line then.
All right. I get the
Thank
picture.
you, gentlemen.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.
Someone get the door.
Thank you.
Get better, Willie.
Svensson,
Yeah.
your ID's expired, just so you know, if you're driving.
I don't fucking
You can leave it
care.
Downstairs. Okay? Just let me know.
I don't have a car.
All right, I tried.
I'm just gonna pretend I know the way out.
You coming back in?
No, you're going the right way. You're going the right way. Yeah.
Sorry, I saw you trying to walk back in. You're
I was
honorable.
gonna lock it.
Oh, thank you. Owen booked me for terrorism, guys.
Cool. What do you mean booked you?
He's the one who was processing me.
Oh, back in the day.
Yeah.
I thought you meant recently.
I was like, shit.
Like, well, shit, that's a curveball.
So does anyone have anything they want to, now that we've gotten out of dense territory, does anyone have anything they'd like to present to the table?
Something quick. Oh, Mine's the easiest. I just want to let you know real quick. Hunting is apparently become much more lucrative. According to the information my head of the clerks over there, Miss Mushkin Domino, has gathered. Apparently, people are receiving $950 per animal pelt per deer right now.
Whoa.
And a rough load around a full hunting trip is about 12 deer.
Damn.
So you can do some basic math. So there has been a proliferation of hunting activity. As such, the DOJ will be raising the cost of the hunting license from $1,000 to $3,500.
That's not much, actually.
All right. I do have two things I wish to bring to the table for discussion and consideration. The first is City Council Document 2805. This is basically a legal definition for privilege, what is covered, what's not. A bit of a word salad, but I feel it's necessary, and I gave some examples there. I would defer to Cantor to confirm, but I believe that this is PIPA compliant.
Not leading this council meeting at all?
Well.
What do you mean?
And so, yeah. Like
also, I was never
definition
explicitly the
would,
leader of meetings
kinda
anyway.
Like I said in the
I just started
top
doing
there,
it.
It could extend off of all forms of
I see it, guys.
the government sector, not just specifically for lawyers, which is what I had in mind when I wrote this up. You'll note there. This is the only thing that I am very on the fence, so that is why I have it crossed out at the bottom. I guess I'll uncross it so people can read it. But basically, if an innocent person is convicted, you know, is that something privilege can be broken for? That is the main thing that I'm open to and like to discuss. But I would like to, at the very least, push everything.
When do I open my brimstone keys? We'll do it after this.
I think the bottom one is probably handled cleanly by the concept that we already
bank you
employ
animal
unofficially, which is
no, we're almost done.
If you are a direct observer or you acquire direct knowledge of a crime occurring, you are required to report as much as an attorney. So if you learn that someone is innocent, you would be learning so, I would assume, by way of knowing that someone else did the crime, correct?
Yeah, that would be my assumption. Someone is
You
getting
get an
legal
herb bag
advice
from the
and, you know, for
the
whatever
farming
reason, you know,
minigame?
someone's
Is that where you get it
in
from?
jail for that, right?
Yeah, so I would imagine that would be covered by the need.
I think
to
I might
report,
be able to get one.
a crime.
I did it a fair amount.
Any other thoughts from anyone else on that?
I think I had a similar one that I spoke to Malton about. I don't know if this is, again, in the same vein as what you were saying, Chief Justice, but
I'm not missing important stuff. I have nothing to
if
do
someone
with this.
seeks legal counsel to assist in like the furtherance or cover up of the crime,
you would still be smithing if your
is that
cuck
failure to
fanboys didn't give
report?
you
That's more
handouts?
along the lines of like if you're deemed like an
I'm an
accessory
Iron
after the
Man.
fact, I guess.
What do you
That
mean?
would determine how skillful the lawyer is at interacting with their client. And how ethical the lawyer is, considering it is a self-report.
Got it.
Now, I will say that if a lawyer decides to be, let's say, extra clever, then they should hope that that is never uncovered, because that would give me cause to refer them for firing. So, you know, kind of.
Oh yeah, I am a group Iron Man.
Understood.
I struck out the bottom section just because, yeah, that there's the existing policy that covers that mostly or already. But if anyone has any other questions about any of the other sections, I'd be happy to give my train of thought. And when I wrote them, and Cantor, have you had time to review this? Is this all like in line with PIPA as well?
Yeah, it looks like it. I would apply with the written approval part.
Two more.
And then verbal approval is fine by me too, honestly, if necessary. Yeah, it seems to fit in with it.
Yeah, my only question was, because I wasn't sure if we covered, but if someone doesn't have next of kin listed, this would basically codify that as going to the DOJ by default if they were incapacitated.
Yeah, fair enough.
I should, this is actually kind of relevant given some things going on. But I should note that maybe we want to add a disclaimer in there just so people are aware. If for example, you as an attorney are subpoenaed, or a search warrant is authorized for your, phone, bank records, whatever, and a judge approves that, it is the approving judge who receives the record's responsibility to review the communications and ensure that no privileged discussions are being passed to the PD. But as already covered in this document, just because, let's say, for example, I have Cantor as a client, if I get subpoenas as an attorney and there's conversations between Cantor and I about conspiring to blow up, a building,
we did it.
That is not covered under privilege as per your document. So I'm in support of the way you phrased everything.
We did
Because
it.
there have been some attorneys who've expressed concern about, I'm a lawyer. My conversations are privileged. My phone shouldn't get subpoenaed, and well, that's not how that works.
Guys, don't look at my code.
Well, since it seems like no one has discussion, I would like to formally push everything in this document, with the exception of the innocent person section, which I've struck out, for the floor for a formal vote. Any nayers, I guess, for the easy way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tag it approved.
All right.
I'll add that to my list to implement.
I believe that actually I might be able to add a tag.
Can you have a bond?
You should be able to. I think I gave everyone the privilege to do so.
Great work on this, Lance, by the way. It looks great.
Thank you. I cannot, but I'm slightly scuffed right now, so maybe
I'll tag
it. That if someone could do that. Yep.
I was about to do something.
And then the next thing I have for proposal here, this one is a bit more dicey, but I'd like to bring it to the floor for discussion anyway. And this is specifically around notebooks that government workers use. I could at least speak for the legal community. I don't know how much that this applies to other sectors, but for the legal community, at least, for a variety of reasons, lawyers greatly prefer to use their notebooks. Reasons include just general ease of access. They prefer to use pen and paper rather than typing things out on their phone. And also in a lot of functions, their phones are taken away from them, particularly when it comes down to MRPD. That puts a lot of information within these notebooks as what we would classify as privileged and such. I believe that they should be afforded some basic legal protections.
Are you on the Corin Diaries to get daily TPs to the mountain where the brimstone keep? No, I haven't. Diaries, no. Not dailies, diaries.
Makes sense to me. We just need to be. I think we've already defined this, right? We already defined who's a government employee.
Ooh.
So we won't have legal aids trying to claim this.
Correct. So I believe, and I guess the only thing that needs to be noted here, although I don't know if it needs to be explicitly spelled out, is lawyers, since they are government employees, sometimes, right? This.
What does this do?
That puts them under this as well, right? Just because. A government employee is like clocked off at the time, or not, maybe not technically classified as a government employee at that moment.
All right, let's not that
the
pog,
lawyer
champ.
is meeting a client at Mosley's, right? This legislation would still cover them, even though, like, right that second, they're not a government employee under the law. I'd also like to note that, as stated in the top section there, while technically other government employees don't have the same level of privilege, a lot of us do work with extremely sensitive information, and I believe that deserves some protections as well for just government employees across the sector.
I'm getting called. I'm in a council meeting.
Does anyone have any formal questions for me about any sections here, or anything they'd like to discuss regarding that?
Chop.
I have one question off the top of my head.
Yes.
For like a subpoena, does that mean that presumably the police would already be in possession of the notebook and then they would subpoena to have it looked at?
Correct. So I didn't want this to conflict with any existing processes. Evidence can still be seized by police if they feel is appropriate. You just wouldn't be able to look at it without a subpoena. And you'll notice there's also a kicker in there where if police see something for evidence and the lawyer or whoever says, like, no, there's important shit in there, that's when a judge or the head of bar can transcribe it. So basically there's two copies of it, one that's still within police custody for their investigation and their subpoena, and the other for the attorney or anyone really, so that that information is not in a black hole for up to 30 days.
Okay, and then you know, you look at it and it's either relevant or if it isn't. If it isn't relevant, you return it. If it is relevant, you keep it.
Correct, and the subpoena would be delivered regardless per DOJ policy. But yeah, the notebook, you know, either you return
So
it or
much
you don't,
trash in
depending
my
on the contents
fucking
of it.
thing, man. I'm gonna get rid of these.
Seems good to me. Wraps up something that came up a while ago, so glad to see it's getting resolved. Good work.
With that being said, I guess if no one else has anything they'd like to bring up, once again, I'm going to bring this to a formal vote and start with the easy one of any nayers.
You never RuneScape? Noob.
Well, all right. With that being said, this is just to keep you all advised. I'm going to be formally recommending to all attorneys, because, you know, not every attorney may be known in this city, that they are going to start putting just like lawyer or gov or something in the title of their notebook. That way it makes it easier for police if they wish. And Nakota, I would encourage you to pass the word along.
Wait, can I do Tears of
police
Guthix?
officers that look, if they're in doubt, you know, just look at their profile. Every lawyer should have, at least for lawyers, they should have a bar certified license in their MDT profile. You know,
they should have a staff profile.
They should have a staff. Okay, they should actually. Yeah, we resolved that whole. So
Yeah.
if they don't have a staff profile, they are not a lawyer at the very least.
Got it.
Yeah, the only way right now that I'm allowing people to sign in as a lawyer is once they have furnished me the information to create their staff profile. So there are no exceptions.
Yo, Malton, or I guess Crane too. Is Bobby Charles an official legal aid?
Legal aid is not an official title. Here's how legal aid works. Legal aid is a position that was created so that if there were no attorneys available, which often
I
occurred
forgot I
mostly
learned that
in
on
Shift
Lenny.
3 back in the day, and someone was arrested,
no,
a person could enlist a legal aid
It's
to
harmless.
represent them.
It's harmless. It's harmless.
Under the following caveats. Number one, that person is not a bar licensed attorney. They do not represent actual legal advice. There is no confidentiality. There is no privilege. There is no nothing. That person is just a guy off the street that you said, hey, I want this guy to talk for me. That's about it. They can come down to the cells. They can negotiate with the cops. They can banter, do whatever they want. And that's it. Now, if they want to go to a formal bench trial, they need to find an attorney to spearhead the case.
Okay.
There is no legal definition for a legal aid other than you go sign in as a legal aid. Now, if we currently had the phone app working, which we do not, when you looked at the phone app, there would be a section for legal aid so that cops could call people if there were no attorneys. Given that we don't have that, some people have taken liberties and tried to pronounce themselves official legal aids. That is not a title. It does not exist.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah.
Quest points? 212 out of 303.
Those are the only two things I had for this week.
Does anyone have anything else? Dakota?
I might get a groan out of this one, but qualified immunity.
Crane's gonna obliterate him, dude. Oh, what about it? Here we go,
PD
dude.
was brought up during a meeting. Is that one of those things that you know,
shit.
we're aware of, but it isn't written down? And if it is, can we write it down?
Well,
he's
to
doing a
be
good
clear,
job. He's doing a good
qualified
job
immunity
bringing
is
it
not
up.
a legislative act. Qualified immunity is a concept where the executive powers are limited or afforded by the judiciary. So, for example, police officers are a branch of the executive, correct? They are using the police powers.
Yes.
The ability to commit violence against the civilian population in the name of the executive authority. So, qualified immunity is simply saying that a civilian cannot sue a member of the PD individually as a person for doing their job. They may sue the department, which is why in the past we've had regulations about any civil suit against an officer must also accompany the
I haven't brought up
department,
Stop and Go yet.
and the department is responsible for 50% of the the fines or the judgments reached. But qualified immunity is not something that on a base level is legislated. Now, some jurisdictions may choose to enact a more wide-reaching and expansive definition in legislation, but we've never done so because it was always beholden on the judiciary to make that call.
Come on, man. Ask the follow-up.
All right.
So I don't know if PD are looking for it to be written down. But
they are, yeah.
I would say no. I would not be in favor of writing that down because then that removes the judiciary's ability to, decide on nuance of different cases. If we write an all-expansive idea of qualified immunity, then it removes the ability of contextual circumstances in the future to evolve and develop.
Okay, so I just want to be clear though. That is something, qualified immunity is something that is taken into account as far as civil cases. That's what
doesn't exist.
That is all I needed to hear. Okay,
The
that's fine.
concept of an officer acting as an agent of the state is ingrained in our definitions of our branches of government. The protections working as such are considered when a judge makes a ruling on a case involving a suit against an officer. Yes.
Yep. All right, understood. I heard a lot of concerns about it. If it's already considered,
I literally
then
brought this up
that
as a
is good.
joke on letting it then.
The only other thing I had was moonshine. We have misdemeanor possession moonshine, felony possession moonshine, and moonshine manufacturing. I had officers asking me if we can, I don't know if it would need to be a new charge or we could roll moonshine into, it seems like multiple people have been caught selling moonshine. Although it is not classed as a drug.
Can we just make it say drug and moonshine, or vote to classify moonshine as a drug?
I'm okay with that. But
what's the penalty for?
$9,800 and 150 months in jail.
That seems pretty steep.
It's kind of high. Moonshine makes a lot of money, but we don't know how much.
Well,
blood runes.
Felony possession and intent to distribute is specified for drugs, and felony possession of different drugs are outlined based on the severity of them.
Right.
Let me see here. Sale of drugs defines drugs.
I did not know
as
they did magic
cocaine,
damage.
crack cocaine, oxy, meth, LSD, marijuana, ketamine, metamorphin.
Yeah, I gotta get
heroin,
Karam once.
The juice, lean, and unknown.
I've been putting it off.
medications.
I've been putting it off. I know.
And that's 25 months, 1,130.
Also, I get the vile ashes from these guys because I'm fucking.
I mean, I don't know. I could bring it to the judges for discussion. I mean, it's something we can consider. It's hard for me to make a spot decision without, some kind of.
That's fine. I knew we weren't categorizing it as a drug itself, so I knew it technically wouldn't qualify under some of the charges that are existing. So I just know that we've actively caught people selling
I literally will just go.
Okay, why don't you do
also,
this?
I love hitting for
you can
31,
forward me
dude. Feels
the
so good.
reports that deal with the sale of it.
Yep.
I can review them and provide them to the judges, and we can have a conversation.
More runes.
Okay. Do you want me to just email you those?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Since you said that was your last name, Nika, are you? Did Watt talk to you about the VAF thing he brought to me too?
He did.
Oh, you've been
but
playing OSRS? Well, I'll check my playtime.
I'm assuming you had the same thought as I did.
Well, I just want to make sure you talk. If you as the LEO liaison don't want to bring it to the table, then
I mean, I'll say I think Crane will have the same reaction. He wanted to add reckless evading to the VAF point system, and
he didn't. Hang on, he did not say reckless evading. He said felony obstruction because that's what you normally charge on vehicle swaps.
Yeah.
It's our okay. If you can prove and you can articulate that the person was involved, and this was written very specifically, so that officers would need to corroborate, radio channels, phone conversations, something
Playtime?
to establish, the
Brown
organization of the crime, and thus you can get the personally owned vehicle used in the direct commission of the crime.
32
but if we just start, open it up to anytime there's a felony obstruction charge, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's what yeah. And same with reckless evading. I just
there should be an extra step there where the officers have to do some legwork, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Fuck off, lady.
Yeah, especially.
I don't want your sandwiches.
You good over there, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just, I was over the weekend. I was on my phone and I downloaded the Honkai Star Rail. I thought you might be doing one of those.
I'm definitely not playing a game on my phone right now.
Okay.
Yo, busted, dude, busted.
The hell is a honkai?
Oh,
was actually thinking the same
you
thing.
wouldn't understand it. It's complicated. It's like a whole judicial thing.
Okay, I thought. Okay.
Tristan May, thanks for subbing. Any other presenters? Question mark. No.
I ain't got shit this time
I've
around.
been in hospital too much. I'm good for this week.
What's the stop and go thingy?
Essentially just that.
Didn't we vote on that last week?
we
talked about
discussed it. We didn't vote on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's simple. So I'm gonna be honest. For some reason, my brain cannot just put together like the perfect traffic flow. So if you guys have any suggestions on how that should be actually like written, please go in and write it properly. But for some reason, I'm just like missing the last Lego block. Basically, what was discussed and what was conceived in my brain again when I went and wrote it down was, four-way stop. Well, not four-way stop, but red equals stop, green equals go, green equals has right away. Like I feel like that's the way that it should work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because would it be technically like a two-way stop then? While there's an active green, if it's a four-way stop.
I mean, it's not that complicated. You just treat it like you do when the power goes out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like a four-way stop.
Hey, it's not my turn to go, so I don't go.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the problem, right? Is, and that's why I specified certain things is because a green light can still happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it throws in like an extra like variable. That's all.
Just means the people at the red have to be more cautious, right?
Right. They have to make sure to make a full stop and ensure that it is.
There is no oncoming traffic entering the intersection.
Yeah,
I'll give a stab at writing up some language.
Whoever said two-way stop, that is correct.
I didn't know if that would complicate it for some people in the city, though, when they
It
get to
will.
a four-way stop and they
Will.
say, "What do you mean
We
two-way?"
need to make it real fucking simple.
Yeah. Yep. And I believe that's all. I think my darling chief of staff is working on something possibly to present now. She's been working hard all day on it.
Oh, wait, which one?
The sheet.
Oh,
Do you want to show
wish I
that?
had-
Do you want to show that today, or you just want to do it another time?
Let me just do that. Let me do that next week because I'm not satisfied with the graphs yet.
Okay.
So just wait on that.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm working on something, but next week.
Sounds good.
Crane VDM mandate.
Oh yeah.
Say again.
The VDM mandate.
Oh yeah. Do we want? I'm gonna be honest with
And a
you.
clothing facility.
I kind of understand it. I just want to make sure I'm clear. So VDM is about ensuring that people who are driving vehicles for state-owned businesses and government employees like cops and EMS, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, are driving roadworthy vehicles, and as such, a cop has the ability to spot check the internals of the car based on the exterior appearance.
40-hour work week.
And if the internals of the car are
I can't
below
fire at
a
it, guys.
dangerous, non-working level, then the person can be advised to fix the vehicle or receive a fine within a certain amount of time.
Correct.
Okay, yeah,
I don't have the power. We're not bringing up the 300K.
And if we feel like it down the road, we can extend.
We're
this out
holding
to
that
be
in the
all
back
vehicles
pocket.
and not just work vehicles. But for now, I feel like this is a good start.
Sounds good to me. All right, I'll tag that one approved as well. Cool.
Sorry, was
And then I still
look at that graph.
Stop and go. Say again, Alex.
Was stop and go voted on?
Does anyone have an objection to stop and go?
No,
Nice. Good.
I like it. I do that anyway. Who the fuck waits at red lights?
Yep.
Hold on. Let me.
Every time I get pulled over, I just claim I have to rush back to the hospital, and I have never once been given a ticket ever.
At least you don't say it was green in my eyes.
Oh, okay, I don't do that.
Red light once.
See, this is why red lights are dangerous.
Okay. There was something. Oh, oh, yeah, go on.
Sorry. Could we just well, maybe this is by design, but the Drip Act, could we get like a citation in the MDT for that?
The phone's lagging. It always does that.
I believe it's been applied multiple times, but there's no actual
Wait, can they add it? Can you
like,
add evidence?
charge in the
Or
MDT?
are they just billing them but not charging them? Or are they
Yeah,
just
I don't think we need it on anyone's record. It's just
Okay. If that was the intended purpose, I just had multiple people ask for it. But if the clean $1,000 billing is it, then that's cool.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's a necessity to have it on the record just because you can't dress up.
Okay, understood.
Oh, important note. Just for the sake of posterity, who will be available for a Mr. K pardon hearing? Next week sometime? We can set a date now. I just need to know who will be available again.
The time would be more important than
I
the
might
actual
be
day for me, at least,
unavailable
but I could be available.
Yeah, I might be unavailable for a few days starting the 6th, but it's still a little up in the air, so I can update y'all in our email chain. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, why don't you just propose a date and see what we can get?
Okay. So we got Philippa, we got Alan, we got Malcolm, I believe will be fine to sit in on that.
Yeah, I proposed that question to everybody as far as confliction because I
You're
wasn't
not
involved.
conflicted if you weren't involved in the case.
All right, all right.
How about this Tuesday at 5 Pacific? 2 hours after we usually start.
I need an hour or two after that on Tuesday.
Okay, let's do.
I have an appointment at 4:40, so I'll need, I would say, probably at least 6:30.
Let's do 8 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday. This Tuesday
works for me.
Works for me. I should be free then. That's before.
It's fine by me.
I should get busy.
Also, anyone can be there. So if you guys are, if you believe you are able to judge Mr. K free of conflict, be it because you were not involved in the original situation or whatever, or because, you know, just perspective-wise, I encourage all of you to come. I think my wife is conflicted because she was...
I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was his attorney, right?
Yeah, literally the definition of participating in
Yeah.
the initial case. I can't do it.
So, Edda, are you able? Are you interested in coming? Or are you conflicted?
I'll have to let you know.
Okay. All right. So we got me, Malcolm, Philippa. What about you, Malton? Can you do Tuesday at 8?
Perhaps, but yeah, I'd have to check a few things. I would not wait up. I'll try to be there, but I don't wait up on me.
Okay.
Type of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, I think we're done, ladies and gentlemen.
Actual shortest meeting ever.
We're getting more efficient.
Yep.
Yeah. I am.
There's so just as an FYI, now that the MDT is working for me, I will be putting in the stuff I talked about last week's meeting about the unsafe operation of a wide load, negligent operation of a commercial vehicle, the off-road stuff.
Not bringing up notes from
and the
tunnels
DMV
anymore?
legislation.
Well, I think I covered everything that I
that
wanted
we
to
agreed on
present.
already. And yeah, gun licenses start rolling out Monday, and we are upping the hunting license.
Do we still care about the specifics in terms of
We'll do this for next
the
week.
licenses, or is it just for everybody?
Civilian weapons licenses have always had pretty similar policy from the DOJ. You may not have a felony.
I gotta schedule
Besides
this one.
that,
I
it
can
is
do it.
up to the
I can do
discretion
it
of the
Discord, though.
issuing judge or clerk. Typically, questions we ask are things like basic self-defense scenarios, why the person wants the license, what their motivation is, etc. For many people, it is one of the first things they try to get when they come into the city. So it is something we take an opportunity to, create them an MDT profile, get a picture of them, a headshot goes along with getting the license. That way, police have someone to identify if the gun goes missing.
Oh, I remembered something.
Mm-hmm.
So as we all know, courtesy of our doing our due diligence to make sure that people at a security firm are not felons when transporting large amounts of money. I feel that it in a concerned they call them tier 3 or security clearance 3 group 6 worker came to me and suggested maybe a discount on a firearms license for people who are clean and working that job. I suggested maybe a 20% discount on the actual license. Thoughts?
How do I know who's who?
They have a badge that it has their name on it, and you can double check with like an ID, and then whatever you need to do to verify their identity.
Okay, I'll go through that with the clerks. I don't have an issue with that. So yeah, so basically to continue the answer to Michael's question, there may be times when I don't issue someone a license, but I ask them to come back in a week or so. Often that's if they're fresh off the plane into the city, and they very clearly walked up and tried to get a gun license the first second they're here. Or, for example, another common scenario that Siobhan may have dealt with in the past is someone will come in a little beleaguered and, fresh around the ears, and then there'll be a gang member with them in a balaclava, basically urging them to get a gun license and telling
Richest
them
people
what
in the
to
server get a
say.
discount.
So many
Group
times
6
in
are not
that
the
case,
richest,
we will
guys.
deny the license for obvious reasons.
It's crime drivers.
But yes, if you are a civilian, you can understand and explain the stand your ground concept in your own words, and you can justify to the clerk and or judge that you are a reasonable person.
Hunter suit.
Then we have no issue issuing the licenses.
Well, what's the cost going to be, Crane?
$25,000.
Good. Good.
Meow 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 meow. It's gonna be a little petty here. If Malton's getting paid for his job with the audit, I want to get paid too.
What do you mean?
Well, he's a council member, but also he's an auditor, and I'm a council member technically, and I went through and I interviewed all of those people. I'd like to be paid.
Take it up with the state.
Is that what the treasurer did when she approved payment for Jenny Hall?
The state approved the expenditures.
Okay, I will. Sick. Yeah, I think we're done. Everybody. Good work.
That was a quick
one. Meeting.
Oh, ooh. I got another thing. When guns are rolled out, are we lowering the ammo price?
I don't control that.
Okay.
I highly doubt it.
Okay.
I would doubt it. The ammunition folks have worked with me and been very gracious about it, but I don't, no clue.
What else we got here?
How much is ammo right now?
$2,000
for I think it's like
30
16.
bullets. No, 30 bullets.
Is it 30? Okay.
Yeah.
30 bullets for $2,000.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, this is all, and we've also, as I said, established a limitation where you can only buy one gun a week. The reason is that obviously if, as we discovered in our beta testing program, thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor, previously you could just go in and buy as many as you wanted, which creates a problem because then there's no incentive as a clean civilian to not just proliferate your firearms to everyone.
What do you guys think about making regulated exclusion of exotic debris a felony? Because as it stands now,
Oh God, the hospital.
Yeah, so I walked into a hospital and someone had reassembled a deer carcass on one of the beds.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
It was disgusting.
That is.
It was terrifying, actually. So what do we think about making it a felony? 1, 2. Dakota, have you guys ever actually charged anyone with that?
I think people have been charged with it. The issue again is that, most of the time when we're finding those, it's after the fact where they're just strewn about and,
Is it possible to extract DNA from those carcasses?
I brought it up initially and I was, I think the Chief Justice made a pretty strong point against it. So,
what was the point against it again?
It's going to be really hard for me to, pull DNA off of a giant deer carcass.
Okay.
It's a very good point.
But I mean, if you worked hard enough, you could do it,
right? I can talk to the DNA experts back at the PD and see.
Okay. Yeah, because right now it seems almost impossible. We have a huge fucking trash issue in Los Santos. Have you guys seen off the northwestern coast? There is a trash utopia. It's insane. Someone has been deliberately going out there and just dumping trash. There are like 300 trash bags off the coast just floating there.
Yeah, a lot of people just chuck things off the pier into the water from the beach side, etc. So that is very consistent, like around the coastline. I've seen.
It's not even right off the coast, guys. You can't get there except without a boat. Someone is deliberately going to the spot and just dumping trash there.
I don't have anything concrete written down, but I was thinking, and I don't know the logistics behind all this, but maybe if there was like a secondary sanitation spot, either in Sandy or in Polito, and it would incentivize people to, work there and not have to drive all the way up to the other side of the state to actually pick up some of that garbage.
You're gonna be driving up Ellis Freeway every 10 minutes for a sanitation robbery in the north.
I don't disagree with that to a certain extent. But, it also might give people more of a reason to patrol up there if people are being robbed, and it might deter some of the robberies that are happening in the city.
True.
We can bring things like that forward, but I'm just going to go right ahead and classify that under the same thing as no businesses will be approved that require any kind of construction.
Agreed. That's why I said
a pipe dream at
logistically.
best.
Okay. I just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah, mayor's office kind of got fucked this term, huh?
Welcome to exactly what happened to Andy.
Yeah. We're doing our best. We're doing good. We do a little government, guys. We do a little government.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to take this opportunity and say, as someone who spent the better part of 3 years sitting around doing all this in his own head and not having anyone to talk to about it, I appreciate everybody's work because government 5 or 6 years ago was fucking dog shit, and it was boring as hell, and nothing really got done except for just messages on high from the state. So thank you all for making this somewhat palatable and interesting.
Svensson asked, do we get complimentary weapons licenses for audit?
No.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He could spend half of his audit money on one.
That would a greedy
go.
motherfucker, man.
Tell me you got a free one and 25 grand. There you go.
Whoa.
Jesus,
Nuts.
Malton.
Oh,
Damn.
one final point about the
Except the civilian oversight board.
Jenny Hall suggested this with her audit report or whatever about PD receiving a cut of the billing, or they're going into their account or whatever, and then they get the 15%, and then half of what would normally go to state would go to the PD budget or whatever.
No.
No. One. Two, the reason for no is because the systems that are going to be put into place in a little bit will effectively allow them to have a budget from the state. It's just not in yet. That's all.
Yeah, I really, and this is one of the things that, again, this is one of the things that's hard to talk about, but I think people really need to get used to the idea that there are things the federal government needs to use the state funds for, that some of us may never be privy to and never will, and that's just how it is, and we should all fucking accept it. It is not a fucking piggy bank. It is a money pit. Thank you.
Good work, everyone. Hi.
Hello, Mr. Thoroughbred.
Greetings.
Hello, Mrs. Thoroughbred. Hello, Mr. Crane.
Greetings.
Hello.
Crane, we're all here for you, I think.
Oh, Lord.
Probably.
Good luck, Crane.
What did I do?
Actually, you know what? I want to
I
see
believe
this.
all of us are bar license applicants.
Look at the reports.
Oh!
Did you look at them all?
Look at all the.
Did you look at all the graphs?
No, not yet. Well, your
Look at them
your
first.
jacket's wrinkled, man.
A little bit. Been working too much, sleeping on the roof.
Damn.
Yeah. I also want to let me
Let's
just.
go check downstairs for Vingeldan, okay?
Ooh, good idea. Don't get
Literally
kidnapped.
why he's been here. That's why he was here this
There's
whole
also
time.
hold on, where's Nakota? Because if I go solo, then somebody,
Huh?
you know what I mean.
Oh, I thought you said something. My apologies.
No. Hi, how are you?
Cornwood.
Good, good.
Let's go.
Fucking.
Because Siobhan's getting damn stock. Just make sure she don't get like murdered or some shit.
Yeah, I got you.
What are they doing in there?
We're just gonna make sure there's no Vingeldan downstairs waiting for us to come out.
Well, he's after me now because you sicked him on me, you bitch.
I didn't do nothing.
You sicked him on me. You fucking turned on me.
I didn't turn on you. I did nothing of the sort.
All right, you told the truth, and I'm proud of you for that.
I told the truth.
You
That's
did-
what
you
we
told the
do.
truth. Yeah. Do you have any food? I'm hungry.
Of course I do. You want some food? Okay, I got one little bar. We can go get some food after this. Oh, and I can't. Wait.
Will you chew it up and
there
spit
you
it in
go.
my mouth?
Sure.
I'm just kidding. I just said that because Crane was walking by.
Okay, good, because I'm really not into that.
All right. Okay.
But I do love scandalizing old men, so
Yeah.
that's why I played along. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I gotta say, you took Crane's advice to heart on your outfit today, huh?
Yeah, covered up. Covered up real.
His grievance is
good.
not his advice.
Wait, his grievance is not his advice?
Yeah, remember last meeting he was like, I could see her fucking panty color.
Your hoo-ha, whatever.
I
Yeah.
could see her hoo-ha. If I could see that, then there's a problem.
That's because I was in my VU outfit. You know the one,
what did Crane
the
say,
red one?
John?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, what do you say?
I am in final consideration for my bar license. It will be put to a
Hooray!
vote against the judges.
Nice. There you go, Jonathan.
Thank you, ma'am.
You feel good about that?
Overall, yes. I feel like I don't have a whole ton of FaceTime with the judges, other than what I did 2 months ago, basically.
Mhm.
So I don't know whether to expect a positive or negative, but I'm hoping for a positive. I don't know if he confers with you, Mrs. Thoroughbred, or Mr. Malton, given the facts at hand. Hello, Mr. Cornwood.
Howdy. Y'all want to head down together?
Are we
Yeah.
cool?
Sure.
Okay, agree.
Oh, was he clearing the area?
Yes, a Vingeldan. Just making
Oh.
sure.
Vingeldan?
Vingeldan,
Yeah,
or do you have
Vingle
another
with a-
crack?
with a
It is
with a V,
Vingeldan.
like Victor.
It's Vingeldan.
I only know I know of a few different Dans, but I don't think I've ever heard of Vingle.
Vingeldan's the chief psychopath and apparently has been summoned from hell.
Oh, I was summoned as a familiar recently.
Really?
Yep, I was
Like,
killed.
You were
Summoned as a familiar.
you were killed?
Killed and resummoned as a familiar.
Yeah, but what kind of familiar?
Familiar for Miss Mary Mushkin, and now any references to the Jehovah God make me sick to my stomach.
Oh.
Wait, real quick, Max, go through the metal detector.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll just show you.
I feel like I almost died.
Look at me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, no, my shit got taken.
What? Really? Are you not signed in?
No, I am. Wait, fuck,
How
I might
come
not
my
be.
shit's not
oh,
taken?
I might not. No, I am.
You're not signed in?
No, I am. I am.
Oh, howdy.
Maybe it's somebody else stepping. Okay, how
Hello,
come my
Mr.
stuff
Cornwood.
didn't get taken and yours did?
Women's
Stuff get
Month.
taken?
Yeah, I'm signed in.
Hi. What the
Hi.
fuck? Hi. Sorry. Gotta go. Love you.
Is
Yeah, but
that,
I can-
is
I
that
can
supposed to be
tell-
every city council member?
I'm not sure. That's why I needed you to do that.
They're coming down with me.
Bar license, maybe?
What
Is
if?
it bar license?
Yeah, it could be bar
Because
license.
Xavier didn't have his. Xavier didn't have his shit last night.
Yeah, sounds good.
So basically, you just got me robbed.
I didn't get you robbed.
Do I have my stuff anymore?
Hey, when you talk to Crane about the
Boylan, thanks for taking 5 subs.
Okay, you're gonna get your stuff downstairs in a second.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna turn the corner and Vingle Dan's gonna fucking hit me with a wrench.
Okay,
If
do you want
someone
me to run
tries
out
to hit you
first?
with a wrench, sir, I promise I will shoot them.
Nice, good. We love to hear
Thanks.
that.
Yeah, I'm tired of not shooting people for doing dumb shit because they just keep doing dumb shit when you don't shoot them.
Well, someone tried to stab Suarez like last week, and I shot them. So
Good shit.
I mean, that
Ving-
sounds like
Vingle-
an appropriate response.
Vingle Dan likes to drive cars into the city hall as well, so be careful.
what?
Oh yeah, you can fit one through there.
Hey, Cornwood.
What's up with all the fucking trash? Oh,
My motorcycle.
what's up with all the fucking trash?
Apparently,
there.
a recent. Are you talking about the papers or the actual trash bags?
Two key council elevated legislation updates and mayoral town hall notes.
Illumination Magazine.
Why are there
Interesting.
there's group 6 cash pallets over here, guys?
What the fuck?
Come over here. Come over here.
What the hell?
Yeah, someone dropped some pallets of cash right here, man.
That's insane. That's crazy. They just chopped them up in a little baggie like that.
Yeah, they put it into a paper baggie of holding, I guess.
I thought. Okay, I'm not gonna ask too many more questions.
You know what? I'll take that one. The illuminate. Okay.
There's still one. There's still one over here.
Yeah, I can't grab the other one. It's too heavy.
I don't want to touch it because I don't want to get my DNA on it.
Not my cash, and I'm not going to make it my problem.
Where did Cornwood go?
Just here, and now he's not.
You know, I've known Mr. Cornwood to be a man of very many skills. He's a mechanic. He was a cop. He's a lawyer. Maybe now he's a ninja. Who knows?
I think he might have just had a headache.
Good fucking
Or
meeting.
maybe-
Good fucking meeting today. Good fucking meeting. Good fucking meeting.
I think it was a good meeting.
Good job, team.
Wait, you gotta. Okay, listen. I need you to tell me whether or not we should take off. Should I delete that report? You need to look at those graphs and tell me whether or not I should just delete that report right now. I don't want.
Ooh, we got your own notes.
Hmm.
Let's see. Are you able to add evidence?
I don't know how to do that.
It's easy. I'll walk you through it right now. Open
Okay.
up the report.
Okay.
Are you in?
I'm gonna open the trucker app and act like I'm
Okay.
following along.
Okay. Click the plus on evidence. Go to category. It's
Mhm.
the second one. Select photo.
Quick question for you, Max.
Hold on. We're busy. One sec.
Live tutorial.
For the title, you would describe the thing. Keep the title short because it tends to get a little wonky if the title's too long. So write up something that would summarize the first picture, and then you don't need to put a state ID here. You plug the photo URL into the photo URL spot, and then hit create, and you're done.
Why is it hating me?
Do you need me to add one?
Hitting create and it won't work.
It might not work. Maybe we can just see it but not add it. Hang on. I actually haven't tried to add it yet. It could also be that the link is too long.
Okay, that could be it.
I just realized something.
You guys trying to add?
I think they're doing city council stuff. We should probably just wait until they're done.
No, I was just asking.
You all right, Cornwood?
Okay.
Nope, we just can't add
Nope.
evidence.
Nope. Yep. Just kind of it. All right. That's
Nope.
cool.
That's fine. This will work too. I would just leave it there. I think that sends the statement.
Look at the last one.
Revenue versus expenses and flows, fines, etc, YTD. What is YTD?
Year to date.
Year to date. Yep.
Tax revenue generated, 12 million.
Look at that fifth
Howdy.
column over.
Flows paid out.
No, one right below that.
Funds expert out by council member. 867,000. And I can't help but notice you said council member.
That sounds oddly indicative.
So I just leave that there?
Yeah, should be fine.
All right.
That's
fun.
Take a picture of the report, just in case anything gets edited. We don't have any way to track if anyone edits
Okay,
anything.
true, yeah.
I'm gonna take a picture too. Now, some of that was for the car, by the way.
I have a question for you. Mr.
5,001 of that was
sorry.
you for the car, and then there was another. I want to say it was 11,780. That was for the engine replacement. I mean, I can tell you exactly what. I know this data. I've become one with this data. I can tell you what it was for, when, why, what the comment was, what state ID initiated it.
What were you saying, Johnny?
Would you like me to return to your service as a legislative aide now that I'm no longer a felon?
I don't know if I even need legislative aides at this point. I just need someone, if I need to ask someone what they think. Which I guess could be an aid.
Sure. I mean, I know that some of the laws that I'd written previously for you were kind of rejected because they were a little bit too fit to course with proper laws in the continental United States. I can dumb that down, no problems.
It's more that inspiration, and like you didn't just do it, my wife did it too. Inspiration was taken from things that set precedent that don't necessarily apply to Los Santos. That's all.
Look, I got away with some things. I didn't get away with others. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I fucking hate that expression. I
Yeah,
hate it
but if
so
you
much.
if you have any concepts that you would like brought to life and you feel like you don't have time to flesh them out,
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
obviously my services are always available to you if I can alleviate your burdens in any way.
It's the way the apple falls.
Yeah, sure. I can't pay you.
I know that. I already agreed to that.
All right, good. I mean, I can give you money if you ever need it, but I would have done that anyway.
Yep.
I don't want to leave.
Where the fuck is the document that I wrote to write in employees
Xavier.
of the mayor's
Bridget
office?
Nagoda.
Can I ask you a question real fast?
Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? It's the first one I made.
Tell me what. With my view. Oh god, I wanted you to write me to talk to you
Fuck the DOC would want to work. This job's absolutely mundane garbage. Search created by? Creator. Search. There it is.
I'll be back. Give me a sec.
Sure. Mr. Thurbet, I don't want to bother you if you're busy, but there was an officer that came into the mechanic shop yesterday, and he did an impression of what he called a cuckold, and it kind of sounded like you.
What the fuck?
I don't know if he was actively trying to mock you or not, but I figured that if you know you want to talk to the police the police officer's command about that guy, it sounded like he was mocking you, Mr. Thoroughbred.
Well, what a piece of shit. Is it?
Yeah, his name was
What's
His name was Officer. His name was Officer Cock.
His last name's Cock, and he's calling me a cuck.
Yeah, he's impersonating a cuckold, and it sounded pretty close to you. So I thought he was mocking you.
How do you spell your first name? Is it Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
What is your state ID?
4771.
Roll. Goal. All right, I added you to the official document for all intents and purposes. Point them to report number 1504 if they question you. Okay.
1504. Gotcha.
And focus on getting your bar first and foremost.
Yes, sir.
I'm fucking hungry, so I need to go get food.
I have food.
Oh. Give me food, put it in my mouth.
That's oddly invasive, but if you demand it.
Feed your fucking cat, you degenerate.
That's actually a video that I was watching earlier. She has like these little foam balls, and whenever she gets really entertained by them and starts hunting them, she just goes crazy on them.
That sounds very fucking cute.
It is really cute. Also, in this YouTube series, she'll play fetch with those balls if you play fetch with her.
Adorable. Do you know Windsong?
I do not.
Okay. She ain't picking up. If you guys see a stupid fucking hippie with blonde hair and no shirt on, call me.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
What did you think, Arthur?
Yeah, it was a very interesting meeting, Mr. Mayor.
Sick.
You know, we have a chief of police in our jurisdiction, so that's not an issue for us.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he was telling me the chief of police is also the state, you know?
The state,
So it's a bit more streamlined.
Ooh.
It's very streamlined.
Absolute power corrupts, my friend.
Yeah, he was telling me that he gets yelled at by police a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Not good. But hey, you work with what you work with, I guess.
Philip,
Yes.
No, they do not.
Okay, yes, there's no bank account for the hospital. We were telling Mr. Canone here that the whole thing about not giving funds to state organizations.
So have you been giving funds to them?
Well, we have been giving them funds, but like I think the last time was like 2 months ago.
Oh.
Yeah, we did that as well when it first opened up, as was necessary because they didn't have a bank, so to speak, like a amount of money built up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right when the PD was first established, I mean, you should have seen it because you know when you moved to the city, you got a stipend, right, Max?
Yep.
It was like $5,000 or something.
Mm-hmm.
An officer fully outfitting themselves, like buying their clothing, buying all their equipment for their first day and everything, and then repairing and refueling a vehicle on their first shift, were basically going broke. They didn't have enough money to buy everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we gave them, I believe, an initial stipend of, I think it was $500,000 in total over the first like 2 or 3 weeks. That was authorized by Miss Wright as she was controlling the funds at the time. And we, have since adjusted that policy. But the intent from the state is that PD, EMS, and such are meant to grow and evolve in the same way that any civilian-run organization would. Is that you reinvest your income into your organization and you become stronger and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yes, but so the idea is that the officers contribute to the PD funds, for example.
Do they?
No. So the idea would be that the officers would, for example, if you're an officer who likes to, chase cars, and you're a big, cargo fast kind of guy, you might save up your money by issuing traffic citations and, arresting people on smaller crimes to eventually be able to afford to buy, say, the V-Star or one of the more advanced vehicles that PD has from the manufacturer. In the past, the state would just buy like 6 V-Stars and then give them to the PD, and the PD would just drive them and assign them accordingly.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt. So the idea is the same basic, if I understand, like if you are very good at group 6, you can buy a big truck. If you are
Exactly, because you made enough money to be able to reinvest into the business, just like a civilian. Same concept exactly.
Yes, okay. I don't know how I'm going to try to explain this because, I'm getting requests for like $250,000 for motorbikes and things like this.
Really? Wait, only $250,000 for motorbikes?
Well, that's the first one.
For the $250,000 for the first motorbike.
Well, I can check. 1 second. That's
we've had to we've had a lot of requests from the police department to give them money and stuff, and unfortunately we've had to tell them no every time. Every time. We just can't give them any money.
$75,000 each plus taxes.
Oh, so is it your plan to give them money then?
Well, I'm not planning anything. I'm just asking how it's handled here because I want to.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mr. Arthur. Essentially, I was informed by my boss that under no circumstance whatsoever at all, after I was elected mayor, that should state funds ever be given directly to the police department. Ever.
Correct. So my little comment there at the end of the meeting, Arthur, about the state account not being a piggy bank, it's a little tongue-in-cheek, but it's honestly the truth. People often misunderstand and think, oh, the state account is flush with cash and we're doing great, so everyone should just get money. That's not how that works.
God, I would have.
The state has other obligations.
I would have loved to give those motherfuckers some money to get them on board with the Police Continuity Act, man. I would have loved to just be able to pull out like, like $100,000.
Oh, imagine if you were mayor, Max. You don't even understand the scale, Max. I had mayors embezzling tens of millions of dollars at a time 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, they really fucked me, huh? It's a good thing the treasurer's here to just kind of like be a block on. Just blatant embezzling like that, or like, favor trading and shit.
Yeah.
I'm for it. I don't feel responsible enough to handle that amount of money, I feel like I would just give it away when the ability and the need kind of like arose,
Yeah.
Okay, well, but then in the future, maybe some systems, that's what the Chief Justice was saying, implemented to more easily give funds to the police.
So what I was referring to is in the future, some combination that is yet to be determined of the mayor, potentially the commissioner, or other folks will have access to a system that allows for incentivized actions to balance the economy. I don't really want to go into more depth than that because it's still something that's being worked on, but suffice to say, there will be ways to incentivize the different groups to do their jobs and do them well and be rewarded for it, but it will not come via way of just direct monetary grants.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm sure we can talk about that more in the future.
This in front of the Spanish mayor has no fucking idea.
No direct transfer of money. That I got.
Yeah, that's how we're operating. I mean,
no, Edda doesn't stream.
Like
also, be nice to Edda, guys. Be
nice. Exceptions made, such as in the very beginning there,
or else,
but overall,
she is Max's enemy, but she is not my enemy. Okay.
Okay.
Let me handle it.
Thanks. Okay, well, I don't want to give you more Chief Justice, but yeah, thanks a lot.
No, hey, it's good to see you. If you ever want to stop in and sit on the meetings, feel free. Got no objection to it. Mi casa, su casa, amigo.
Yep.
Gracias.
Mayors gotta stick together, brother.
Oh, I'm not the mayor.
He's me, Max, but in Spain.
Oh.
I can. You want to meet our mayor? I surely.
You should bring them. You should bring him over here. Yeah, it'd be fun.
I for the record, I only speak English. I'm an ignorant fat piece of shit. So.
No, our mayor. I think she has contacts here. He used to sing for Guchang Records.
So. Oh, what was the name?
I think the artistic name is Zero.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Was it with an X?
No, Zero.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Have her come by.
Wait, her?
Yeah. Maybe next week she can come by. I don't know.
Yeah, her.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring her.
Yeah, no, have her come by. It'd be fun.
Great.
So do you guys have a council like we do? Is that how it goes?
Well, theoretically yes, but so little story. After we thought, well, let's wait a couple of weeks after they have their elections to see how they set up the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But immediately after, the voting system went under construction, quote unquote.
Ooh.
So we are not able to hold the voting. But then after this went out for like 3 weeks, we decided to have the elections in person. So we had 1 week of, the judges here checking IDs, with the PD checking the fingerprints.
Holy fuck.
Yes. So anyway, last week we finished, and now we have the mayor and the deputy mayor, and hopefully we can get rolling this week.
You know what? I fucking respect the tenacity to sit there and fucking check everyone manually.
That's what we had to do, because the voting thing was under construction. It still is, I think.
We could learn something from that shit, man. I feel like we're spoiled over here.
You should hear some of the stories, Max. Shit, I remember some of the stories I got told about 5 or 6 years ago, both in Spain and South America, about some shit that went down that was fucking wild. About like riots and like storming the city hall and shit.
Yes. So people blowing up judges with an RPG, that apparently happened.
Ooh. There
was I saw some CCTV network footage of police officers scrambling to prevent folks leaving the courtroom from getting their possessions back from the desk at City Hall, because there was about to be like a massive fucking shootout and explosive war. And so there were like 30 cops trying to put up barriers around the desk to prevent people from getting their stuff back. And it turned into like a massive free-for-all.
Classic.
Yes. So
suffice to say, our problems really get put in perspective sometimes.
Yeah, man. We had. Did you see them marching on City Hall, Arthur?
No.
Oh my god. So it was like a small group of motherfuckers staged a protest and marched all the way up to the mayor's office before the mayor had been elected, and they wanted to get in there to I guess seize documents or whatever the fuck they were talking about. And even that was kind of orderly in comparison. Like, people stood by and watched. It wasn't like a free-for-all. Like, the protesters ended up like brawling with the police briefly, but the police kind of brought everything into order in like a couple of minutes, so yeah, it does put stuff into perspective.
Yeah, so this time around, hopefully no one is going to blow up any judges. But for example, the deputy mayor owes the mayor $30,000 for a defamation suit. But that's civilly resolved in the courts, right? That's what we want.
Yeah. I'm lucky my deputy mayor gets along with me, man. That shit worked out, huh?
Yeah.
Apparently they're suing each other over there.
Yes, they've also sued Whistle News. So yeah.
So, are they putting out some intel on each other, or what? Or like Weasel News putting out like fake news on them?
Well, Whistle News put out a note saying that the mayor's father had staffed the deputy mayor. So, yeah, I cannot confirm or deny anything because it's in a judicial proceeding, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
So, Whistle News apparently obtained some potentially very shady CCTV pictures of the thing and published them, and that's a big headache, but yes.
Yep, I mean, Hey, you're the Alan Crane of over there, man. So just tell him to fucking get lost. Go like this. Go like this. Actually.
Yeah, try this. Go. Try this. Go. You asshole.
Yeah, say you asshole.
That's a good one. Try it. Try it. You can do it.
Like.
Yeah. You asshole.
You asshole.
The gravelier, the better.
Yeah, I'll think of something in Spanish to that effect.
Yeah. No, translate it. Translate it. Go for it. Yeah, give us.
I want to say it in Spanish, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
What would you say? Come on, let us hear it.
Pendejo.
Pendejo? Yeah, that's more Mexican Spanish, but it could be like.
Oh, I know a good one. Oh, go.
Dejar de hacer pendejadas en el ayuntamiento.
Bro, I can't say that shit,
God
bro.
Damn.
What did he say?
Shit, I understood about half of that. He'll have to translate it. A lot of the
Like,
swear words
no-
are literal. They don't. He'll explain.
No weird stuff going on at City Hall, basically.
A lot of the translations for swear words don't. They're not like ours are, where they're literal. They're like
right now.
what's the right word? They're like
Like
I don't know.
examples of the past.
Contextual, yeah. They're contextual. They're like idiomatic, yeah. Like for example, Peruvian one is rata de mierda, which just literally means shit rat. But you know, you're not really calling someone a shit rat. You're calling them like a piece of shit, right?
Yeah.
Kind of how that wouldn't make sense to people who don't speak English. Piece of shit. Like, why would you call someone a turd, right? But just how it goes.
Dota player detected.
I need a moment with the mayor and the treasurer. Arthur, thank you for coming.
Okay,
We
yeah.
would welcome you and the Madam Mayor to come visit.
Please.
And we hope to see you again.
Maybe for next week meeting, she can come as well. I
Sure.
don't know because
Anybody's welcome from your council.
the time is a bit different,
Yes.
but I'll tell her. Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Bye.
you guys. Madam Treasurer, Mr. Mayor, if I can bother you for a second.
Oh, he's gonna try and mediate, man. Oh, we can't let him do it though. We can't. He's gonna try and like put our differences aside. It's too late. It's too late, man. It's too late.
So, as fun as that is to recreate an awkward family dinner where everyone but the guest knows what's being spoken about, Max, I think we need to quit with the passive aggression and just get on the same page here.
Okay.
I have already spoken to Madam Treasurer about the money that was given to PD in violation of our protocols. She has apologized. I've corrected the behavior. I've spoken to the state about it. We are on the same page. Do you have anything else you'd like to bring up and related to that matter, just so we don't do that awkward family dinner thing again with our guest from Spain?
It was described to me that your role was incorruptible. What you did is corruption. How many chances do you get? How many chances do I get? That's what I want to know.
Well, Max, you got one chance just like she did, or do you forget?
You talking about the Reed Act that didn't go to vote? That was corruption in your eyes?
It was the same level of lack of judgment that she showed, I think.
My thing affected no money. It did not go against anything that I'm
because I stepped in and found out that it was happening.
You stepped in and found out what?
That you had investments with the company you were pushing to legislate.
Yeah, but it's not about profit for me. It was about rent to own.
Okay, and it's not about gaining any favor for her. It's that she's a bleeding heart who felt bad for the PD and gave in, and she shouldn't have. But what I'm pointing out to you, Max, is that the justification for your action not being corruption is, in my mind, by the way, speaking as a person who is fucking paid in life's devotion to judging matters like this, the level of corruption she displayed is exactly the same you did. In that, I don't think either of you were actually being corrupt. Corruption is doing something for one's own benefit. Now, you can argue that her emotional attachment to her boyfriend or to the PD at large made it something that gained her a benefit. Just like someone could argue, looking at it in a negative point of view with your situation, that your wife being the attorney for the company and you having an investment in the company and then pushing a piece of legislation written by your wife regarding the company and tax breaks that company would get would be problematic. Now, I don't think it would be, just like I don't think that she was actually being corrupt. In either event, both of those actions were wrong. They may not be corruption, they may not be grounds to remove someone, but they were wrong. And I think you admitted that, and she admitted that. So I don't see the issue moving forward.
The issue is the $300,000 that are gone. What are we doing about that? Because my shit did not equate to stealing $300,000 from the state.
I'll let her speak on that because I can't.
Okay, well, I didn't steal anything. It was my understanding that I was to provide discretionary basis funding in extreme circumstances. You know, whereas like vehicle reimbursements were given in that first month because everything was very difficult. And my job, I took an oath to do what was best for the city. And the PD being able to function is what's best for the city. So given that line of reasoning is why I put the money forward. Because their cars literally wouldn't move because their engines had degraded to a point where they could not be repaired. And the PD morale was already so low. If you're going to ask officers to shell out $12,000 on a car that they have no control over the condition because they share it with multiple officers, that's just going to make the morale worse. They're not going to want to come on duty.
That's fair.
So
you're right about that.
Like I said, like I get it.
Hold
like
on.
I thought that I had some discretion in extreme circumstances. I was wrong. That was a misunderstanding on my part, which is what I've already discussed with Alan. But now, knowing what I know, because I didn't know about these plans being set in motion. So now that I know, like I understand the gravity of it, and it won't happen again.
Okay. If you give so much of a shit about the PD, how come you voted no on my act?
I felt at the time that there could have been a better way to go about doing it without coming in and just taking over. Because basically, like I said, we could have sat down and had a conversation and we could have figured out these problems. Now, should it have happened sooner? Yeah, probably, because given the audits and, you know, those proved to be very insightful. So, I mean, and
who do you transfer the money to?
it went to the account that I was given. It's listed as PD budget. So
yeah, they got their own little account. Yeah, one thing about these cops, man, and look, I've been working hard to get them, to get everyone on the same page and shit. And
right.
to their credit, you know, once that act got published, you know, Turner showed up again, and they started, you know, apparently they're picking sergeants now too, which is great. The thing that gets me is that these cops, they are overblowing the issue of their pay by a significant amount.
Very much so.
Look, I want Ed, if you can show up to the Shift 3 meeting that we're gonna announce the chief of police at. I'm literally gonna go through. I'm gonna ask all those cops to pull out their phone and tell me how much they got in their bank account, because I guarantee if they had gotten together and worked together, they could have replaced those engines themselves. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that money back from them, because we have to get that money back. It's not. I refuse to let it just be thrown into the void. It needs to come back.
Okay.
All right. And look,
I think that's kind of fun, actually.
Yeah. And look, water under the bridge, so long as you promise to work with me, because I have the best interest in Los Santos in mind.
I've always wanted to work with you, Max. Like, that's the thing, is that when I stopped getting responses, when, you know, it became difficult to communicate with you, that's, you know, when, you know, there was issues. So like I've been texting you about, you know, the things that, you know, we would discuss, like with the events and, you know, things like that. So I'm perfectly fine with it. Now, on that note, is it now, you know, you've already approved like for events and things like that with the bonus.
Sure.
Is that still something I'm okay to, or is it just money going to the government agencies.
It's the government agencies. Basically,
Wait, what's a bonus?
So I wanted to give a little bonus for people. So basically, person A comes to present an event idea to us. I would love for the state fund to be used to reimburse them fully for that, and to get maybe like a $5,000 bonus on top of it. But provided that the idea for that isn't like a shitty, like lazy idea. You know, like if they're putting actual effort into it, would love to see them rewarded for it. Simple stuff.
Yeah.
I will only offer my word of warning is that anytime you deal with anybody who makes music, double check their numbers.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard the stories. Yeah, I've heard the stories. Look, and I honestly, I've said that to them too. I've had a couple of groups of people, you know, rolling 5 or 6 deep, roll up to me and be like, "Hey, we're gonna start a record label." I'm like, okay, yeah, sure thing.
And people wanting like hundreds of thousands for influencers for promotion and things like that. Yeah, no, screw that. Okay, that's I just, you know, I want to make sure that, you know, we're good on that. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much. Like I said, I'm all for working with you, Max.
Good. I think you'll see in the coming days that I always had the best interest of the police department and Los Santos in mind. Always.
Yeah, and look, I'm not an idiot at I know that Max is, as I texted him during the meeting, a fucking megalomaniac. Given, you know, sorry Max, but anyone who screams out, "I'm right," wow.
Well, he was wrong, first of all.
Yeah, okay.
He was! What was he right about?
Oh, Lord. I'm not reviving that. That's between you and Spencer. Anyway, I recognize that Max has a flair, given, you know, the first 4 lines of every piece of legislation he drafts are about the tumultuous ineptitude of certain classes or groups of people.
Not true. Look at Stop and Go.
Sorry, or governmental systems. Sorry, they're fixed it. Now it applies to everything.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he's right.
So the first 3 lines are always about how inept or dumb or convoluted or broken something is, because, you know, he's right. He, at his core, is trying to do the best for the city. Now, one thing I do know, because I know my history, I've been around a while, is that even when Max was a piece of shit terrorist, he believed he was doing the right thing. Hence, I am right. There are checks and balances on Max that prevent him from, you know, exercising his ultimate megalomania fantasies. That is why we are on the council. That is why the council exists, is so the mayor has checks and balances. But that being said, I trust the state. And if the state wants to empower Max to do something and they're going to oversee him, then I see no problem with that. And I think that people really forget that, as I pointed out today in Dakota, I'm literally in the same position Max is when it comes to the DOJ. I don't answer to anyone. I could overrule people. I could change laws. I could do the fuck I want. But I answer to the state, which makes all of that power null and void. And I don't think people get that, and they should.
The problem with the state on occasion, though, and that's why I decided to step in with the Continuity Act or whatever, is that some problems go overlooked. And some people are
correct. It's our job to bring the problems to them.
Yeah.
Right.
And they authorize us to work on them. But my point is that once we get their blessing to do something, people shouldn't run around yelling the sky is falling, because, you know, the people breaking the fucking sky on our heads have always existed. Nothing is new.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Well, let's just work together. Fuck it, man. We can do so much shit if we work together. Fuck it.
I agree.
Let's do it. No more fucking Nakota Cantor at a coalition. Let's just work together. Let's get this shit sorted out. I saw you guys in the fucking room talking to each other after that meeting. Look, fuck it.
You know, part of megalomania is paranoia, right, man?
It's not paranoia, man. Oh, God. Okay.
You're right, buddy.
Okay, fuck.
I'm just staying with her because she got shot and
okay,
she's
all right.
slow moving.
Look, okay. Doesn't matter. Clean slate, moving forward.
Yes.
Actions will speak louder than words. Boom. I love you. I don't want you to feel like I'm your enemy. I mean you no harm whatsoever. I am just here to do the best in the time that I have before I am out of office.
God, Siobhan needs a raise.
Why?
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Wait, what? For
All right,
what?
I'll see you guys later.
For what?
Dealing with your ass, you fucking psycho. Fucking see a therapist.
I do see a therapist. We cool?
Yes, we're cool.
Okay, be careful. Still has a hit on her? Yeah. Explain, be careful. It was the best way for us not to incriminate ourselves about saying that she has. There's people who want to fucking kill her. Not gonna call off the hits? No. It's too late, man. Oh, like, you know, what is it at the end of the day? You know? Ah! Yeah, shift 3 meetings in, like 5 minutes. Fucking knew he would mediate that shit, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Motherfucker, man! God damn it! That reach shit was not on the same level as stealing $300,000 by any means. But he's painting it that way to get everyone on the same page, so I get it. I get it. It's arguably worse? How is it worse? What do you mean? It literally never even went to vote. What's this clip? Oh. If we got approved, it would have been? Yeah. I don't know. And look, that was before all the disclosure stuff, and at the end of the day, we probably weren't going to profit from it anyway. Regardless, yeah, no. If it had gone through, it is 100% corruption. I don't know. At the end of the day, though, honestly, I'm kind of sad we lost that arc. Or rather, K blew that arc. We should phrase it like that. Getting caught doing criminal shit. Because the whole rent-to-own shit was actually a really cool idea. A really cool idea. I wish someone would do that. Yeah, we're gonna, dude, the shift 3 meeting is about to be fucking fired. I can't wait. I cannot wait to make the announcement for who chief of police is, and then be like, oh, by the way, you owe the state $300,000, and you have a week to get that. Mayor's allowed to be corrupt, though, right? Yeah, but the Crane's point is that if he wanted to, he could have impeached me over it. And, you know, I probably could have gotten impeached because, as we saw in this meeting, people like Cantor or Etta will vote in his favor whenever he says literally anything. Whenever he gives his opinion, their opinion is that opinion. Almost every time. Boop. Why didn't they vote for PCP then, Baldy? Did you not hear me say almost every time? What do you... Oh, sorry, 99% of the time. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay. I am going to go piss, and then we're going to this cop meeting. I will return shortly. I'm back. My chair creaks. In agony. The pain. Just buy a new chair? Could do that. I kind of like the creak though. A little bit. I'm in queue. You know that chairs can explode and obliterate your ass. Huh? Normally you have to pay for that. Well, I guess I paid for the chair, huh? WD-40 won't work, guys. Someone on Smokeboard said, reminder that Lenny has more pits than Flop has reports. Now, I'm so fucking glad that someone actually looked at those. Holy shit. Owen has a 1 million channel point bounty to kill Flop. I wish in character that we had access to reports, because that would have been really fucking funny to be on his side for that. Big Lips Barry, thanks for subbing. Where is City Hall, my friend? It's over here. Number? 65? I'm a fucking loser, dude. Wearing shoes -1. Shut up. I gotta go somewhere early tomorrow, guys. So heckin' cringe. Hello. Host song, please. Mind Circus. Yeah, I'm Pacific.
Because I might get sued.
Enough.
So, yeah.
We go.
You gotta go. Love you, Norman.
Dress properly for this? What's more proper than this right now?
What was that? You told her in the car.
Are you talking about the combo with Crane and
Yeah.
Etta?
What was that about?
Well, Crane already knew about the thing. I wish you had been there for the zingers I was tossing out prior to the a sidebar.
Yeah, I got pulled into a million other directions.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, well, I woke up here for some reason.
All right.
Hop in.
It happens.
No, I have a car here. It's fine.
All right, see you there.
Okay, so basically, Crane said something like, "Oh well, you know, if we're going by, you know, levels of corruption, I would say that you have done something equally as corrupt by that posting that REIT thing." And I said, it didn't go to a vote. Also, it's not $300,000 that are now just gone from the state. Also, I didn't violate my oath of office by suggesting that.
Yeah.
And
down the street.
Crane explained to
I wasn't there to see that.
Crane explained to me that because her this is the excuse he made for both of us. What I don't think I needed an excuse made for me. Yeah, at the end of the day, I could have certainly nah, the REIT stuff was corruption, huh?
I don't think it was. No, it was not blatantly corrupt. No, it wasn't.
No,
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Listen to me! Listen to me!
Okay, fine.
As it is defined, or as it was defined, the oath of office for the mayor declares that we shouldn't have any outside influence or like any special groups any stuff.
Hello.
Hop in.
Oh, hi, man.
Yeah.
So technically it was.
I disagree.
Okay, well, see.
And I can articulate why.
Why do you think it wasn't?
One, were you duly informed when presenting everything of what the possible business interests were?
Well, one would argue that I should have been. Oh, and that
yeah,
it was
yeah, but
my
whether or not you were,
responsibility.
yeah, but whether or not you were doesn't isn't like malicious or criminal negligence.
Yeah. You know, there's definitely a case to be made. Also, are you going inside, Miss Bell?
Yeah. Sorry.
All good.
No, you're fine.
We're coming in too, so you
Right,
might have to help us in.
Yeah, we'll be there shortly.
All right, sounds good.
Go on.
Right, it wasn't, okay? And also, secondly, there is an angle where it can be perceived that way if you are assuming the worst of both of us rather than assuming the best, right? Investing in a small business and its idea, right? And wanting to help it because you believe in it so much.
Yeah, so the problem was
Putting your money where your mouth is quite literally saying how much you believe in an idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they could have got me on it if they wanted to.
Yeah, but you didn't even put it to a vote, so it was never actually an issue. You never actually made it an issue.
Yeah.
If you had, without disclosing things, I would agree with you. I would say that is whatever. But you read the fucking room and took appropriate corrective action. How is that corrupt?
Yeah, the thing that sat wrong with me is that he made it equal to what she did, which is not.
I don't think that's
Regardless,
embezzlement is not the same
Mr.
possibility.
Mayor?
Oh yeah, I forgot
Hi.
to ask this question. Go ahead.
It's okay. I have nothing to do. I asked before the storm of Cornwood if EMS was allowed in just for your announcement. He said it was up to you.
Sure, I don't care. The more the merrier.
I mean, it kind of affects us in a way too, even if it
Yeah.
doesn't actively affect us. That's
No,
I'm the
you
only one
don't
who did
you don't have to explain it. If I could invite the entire city to see it, I would. But you know how cops are.
Hey, okay, cool. I will come in then.
Um,
Make sure this is locked.
So.
Which you did an embezzlement are not even close to the same thing.
Yeah, I know. At the end of the day, he probably won't see it any other way. But the conversation with Etta kind of went along the lines of being like, okay, fine, water under the bridge, whatever. Moving forward, let's work together. That said, and I was like, are we cool? She's like, we're cool, blah, blah, blah. But we'll see. We'll fucking see. We'll fucking see.
Did she seem like she was...
She seemed relieved.
I don't know.
She seemed relieved. Also, oh yeah, important note. Apparently the state has decided not to take any action on her for this. To which I said, you know, and this is what started the whole equating our instances of corruption in quotes was, you know, according to Alan Crane, I've already received my one, you know, and she has received her one, and I said, you know, how many instances of corruption do I get to do before, you know, I'm eventually impeached or whatever? He's wrong, most certainly, but I think he's just trying to keep the peace. And it looks bad for him if he has to fire her, so.
Yeah, I mean. Okay, but what if she does this again?
Well, then it's war, darling.
She needs to know that I'm fucking looking at those finances now.
She will.
Oh, I'm fucking looking.
Oh, she will.
And I will find out.
Hi.
I brought you someone
Howdy.
else because I wasn't sure if you had keys.
I do not have keys.
Hello. I'm Jadelyn. I can let you into the meeting room.
Thank you, Miss Jade.
Actually, I need food too.
I don't know.
Food break.
I was like, yeah, the announcement about you for police. And she goes, the what? Because she wasn't on duty right before the start.
Oh, yeah. I had Cornwood say on radio. That's what I...
You're in a relationship?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Follow him
I don't think Mom's dating anybody.
This is going to be
She can't
good.
keep her sister.
Yeah, because you're fucking your sister.
No, she's homosexual.
All right, that's
You
in the
told me
swear
in
jar.
private. You told me the only person who fucks your sister is you. Oh, please tell me my swear jar is not back.
I'm pretty sure
It's right here.
No, get it away.
Wait, when I saw it yesterday, it was at like 39.
Hey,
was it there?
where's the coffee machine?
Break
It's at the
room.
break
Door on your left.
room.
It's in the break room. I can see where it is, Mr. Mayor.
And it's on the right corner.
Oh. Yeah, look, that's precisely the one I had in mind, actually.
Yep. That's one we got.
Mike outdid himself with this. It's a fancy
Hell,
one. It's like a restaurant grade one.
Then you have this like a regular coffee pot right here.
Yeah, what the Matt Rhodes so extra, man. You guys
two microwaves.
You guys have so many coffee pots, but I want espresso. I want espresso.
Listen, a lot of us are extra.
They wanted a cosmetic coffee machine. Yeah.
Then you're gonna be expecting it.
Oh, hey, Mac.
Not right now.
I had an idea. Come here. Come here.
I kiss my home.
God. Yeah.
What if you hit him with like due to unauthorized expenditure, we are treating your disbursement as a loan.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna go with that. I mean, I'm gonna say it in less intelligent terms because they're cops, and also I'm not. Yeah. I'm not very smart myself so far.
You should do the show me the money bit.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make the announcement for Chief, and then actually no, I'm gonna make the announcement, and then afterwards I'm gonna be like, so, but I'm gonna build him up, and then I'm gonna crush him.
Yeah, it's the shit sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll give him the good news about it. What else do we get to do for him? We did something else for him today. We gotta have another side. We gotta have more bread. We need the bottom slice.
Oh, true.
Or the top slice, depending on how you look at it.
No, we need a bottom slice.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we need a top slice. You're right.
National Day for something.
Oh, DRC.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about DC.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Steals that from chat.
Oh, it's Canadian Bacon Day. Okay, that's something I can get behind.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Breakfast sausage is superior to bacon.
Yeah, but Canadian bacon though?
Isn't a breakfast sausage just a baked patty?
That's just a leaner, aka less tastier form of bacon. You fucking heathen.
True. Canadian bacon is too sweet. Stop putting maple flavors on everything, and bacon in general too fatty, too salty.
Is this a black screen for anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
color,
Mr. Mayor.
Just making sure it's me.
There's one for you as well, McNulty. It's International Irish Whiskey Day.
Yeah. Hey,
Hooray!
that's every day, brother.
True. Unreal.
Scotch is better, you fucking peasants.
I agree.
I'm not an
with that,
alcoholic.
How
I'm not an alcoholic.
I'm flopping, guys.
Nice spell. What the hell?
I didn't get back down.
It's not even down in I can't see it down.
Can't see down.
Do I have to nap?
You got a neck beard on this picture, McNulty.
Goliath, thanks for subbing. Yeah, trim that up.
I can't even see it. I have to nap.
No, it wasn't down.
Why is it going up and down?
Is it going up and down? I don't see it.
It's down,
It's down
and it's
right
got
now.
McNulty's
Yeah, it's
neck
down.
beard.
It's fine.
Okay, since we haven't started yet, real quick. I hope this gives you all flashbacks, okay? Hold on. Let me just there we go.
Is it an RPG hitting me for the 4th time in a row?
You've been RPG?
I can't use the projector. Post the minus 300,000 though.
Years ago.
I will.
Oh, this again.
Yep. Well, here's the thing. Most people left before it went up last time. I
What
will
is this?
have my FTO version of this for cadets.
Oh!
It's coming soon.
Yeah!
All
Fuck
right.
yeah.
And cadets, y'all will be getting gold stars or no stars if you ain't promising.
What up, Cap?
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying, everybody remembers these.
Yeah.
They go on the fridge, and you get a gold star. What?
I got a wait star from you a long time ago.
That or in their
You're right.
classroom on the door.
Hey, Captain. Can I have you? Can I have you put up a picture on the projector?
Sure thing.
I'm gonna not right now.
Unique, if you will.
I'm gonna text it to you though. Okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
And then when I ask you to do it, you can do it. But basically, I'm gonna let you start this meeting, and then when would you like me to make the announcement?
Whenever you're ready.
probably have that saved somewhere.
I don't have a lot to discuss. Maybe we can start with that. I mean, that could be the main topic of the meeting.
Remember the day of that promotion?
I can go around asking if there's anything important that we can discuss as far as police work, and then move on to whatever you have to present.
Sounds good. Perfect.
Please
I'm
do. I may be able to
not
find your
in a rush,
star.
so I'm content to go last if need be.
All right, sounds good.
Sick. I'm gonna text you. Can someone?
I know a few folks are taking a nap. Do we know why? What happened?
I think they just
they couldn't see the board.
Oh, I see.
Also
Okay.
cannot, but that's fine.
Go to cadet band. You should. I recommend everybody seeing the projector.
All right.
Hey, Duncan, can you see the board?
Yes.
Okay.
Can
good.
someone send me the picture? 300K one. There we go.
Please
Hey, Cornwood, why'd you ask that just to Duncan?
Got it. It's kind of blurry, but
Oh, I was just making sure Duncan could see the board.
Okay.
Kind of blurry, but
Dakota,
it
have a seat
will
as
do.
well for me.
Is there anybody else who can't see the board?
The hell's that?
I can see
Corn,
it.
when you can you check your text?
Holy fuck, this camera angle.
Share with the class, Bones.
No, can you
I was
have a
asking-
seat,
wait,
please?
never mind, Dakota's here.
Dakota,
I was asking
sit
about
down.
a
McNulty,
charge.
sit
Is that
down.
just a banner for you, Cal?
Banner. I see
No,
all
no,
stars.
it's a column where you put names on the left and then you put stars on the right in the columns. It's like a little elementary school kid
Like
reward
when
system.
when the teacher give you a gold star for
Yeah.
putting
Yeah,
the boys
literally.
away there.
Yeah.
Yep, that is literally it. Yeah.
When you were taking a nap, Rhodes was saying that he was making one of these but for cadets.
Hey, McNulty, can you say you'll do fucking nothing?
You'll do fucking nothing.
Thank you.
Who also
Khabib's better. Fuck you.
Who also is napperooning right now?
Anybody else? Are we good here?
Belle took a nap.
Oh, okay.
Belle and
Oh,
Barrick.
Barrick as well. Okay. How was your shift? Was it
Good.
crazy?
Good.
I just
know
woke
Claire-
up.
That's good.
I know, Clear, you mentioned we found a PD Glock.
What?
Right?
Yeah, I found a PD Glock right after the city council meeting. Yeah, right
Was it in
before
your
the city
pocket?
council. Yeah, it was in my pocket, but there was another one on the ground as well.
On the ground?
In an apartment. So somebody called me. They said they trust that I won't do them wrong, and they found it in their apartment. They don't know how it got there, and he wanted to turn it in. Apparently, the gun is hot. It's linked to 3 separate reports of crimes that occurred.
Wait.
And
wait. Did the guy who turned in, is he a felon?
No.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I GSR tested him. He volunteered to have his stuff searched.
Refracting.
Yeah, so it was all good. I mean, obviously, I didn't even feel the need to GSR test him, but I did just to check all the boxes.
Can I ask what
Any
scenes it came back
fingerprints
to?
on it?
So a bug?
Came back to the Stelio case actually.
It might be a bug.
Ooh, McNulty.
Hey.
Yeah. Here.
Any fingerprints on it?
There was no DNA, unfortunately.
Damn. Okay.
That means there's still one other casing unverified on that scene then.
So let me. I can double check what it came back to.
I don't want to talk about that blue balls of a. Never mind.
Yeah. Shots fired Covenant. Abdul Al Rahim. Shots near Little Bighorn, and stolen and abandoned G6 trucks found on February 10th. So I believe this is the gun that was lost by Selena Frost on the Orchardville shooting with Selena and Bobby Plemons.
Oh, the ambush.
Yeah, the ambush.
Right,
So,
when that happened.
Less
the
blurry?
Super Flat District.
Thank you.
Okay, all right,
Mhm.
all right. It seemed like I'll see Barrick. Wait a little bit. All right. What about other things going on the shift? Anything crazy happen? Anything y'all want to talk about? Anything y'all want to discuss real quick?
Did a lot of interviews. Lots of interviews.
Lots of interviews and lots of moonshine off the
moonshine,
streets.
big time.
Moonshine. Speaking of Blaine County, apparently hunting. Folks are making a lot of money off hunting, I've been told.
We
Yeah, licenses are going up in price.
We had somebody shot and robbed up on Procopia Promenade.
Well, I mean, also do the hunting check as well. Make sure they got license, because a lot of folks that don't have a hunting license are also hunting and making a lot of money doing so. So make sure you do license check up there. Just take the car or the scout, and make sure you have a backup unit as well too.
To put it in scale for you guys, the my head of clerks assembled some data, and apparently people are making roughly like 10 grand a trip right now.
I was told $8 grand an hour.
Yeah, something around that.
We make 800 an hour.
Hey, apparently moonshine pays out the ass too. Because I know
That's
Bones and
illegal
Lenny-
though.
Oh no, they found a way. So
alcohol's not illegal. You can buy it.
Moonshine is illegal. You're a cop. Come on.
It's alcohol. How can alcohol be illegal?
It's because it's in the penal code.
Who?
Me, I wrote it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's the law you literally asked for, McNulty.
Yeah, it was it's a joke. Joke,
Oh, I
guys.
see, I see,
Jokey
okay.
guy.
It's hard to tell with you people, you know.
Whoa!
Whoa! What's that mean?
Listen, okay, all right, listen. Barrick is
It
back,
is.
so we can get started. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
that's fair.
Welcome to a
Yeah.
Shift 3 meeting. It is March 3rd, or as McNulty would say, 2024. Thank y'all for being here. Is there any important announcements that we need to discuss as far as PD before we move on to what the mayor has to say?
Okay.
Is there anything that y'all want to discuss? It's been what, almost a week now, as far as the audit, as far as the PD legislation.
let's talk about DAPS.
Oh, you guys, anyone in here have any what are your outstanding opinions on the audit? Does anyone here fucking hate that shit?
I have an
I
opinion.
love being able to voice my opinion.
That's a
I
crazy
haven't been
concept,
talking
I
to you,
know.
so I have no opinion.
Have auditors come every 2 months.
Well, no, it's easier. I feel okay. Although I've communicated issues with captains, if every person individually had to approach a captain, the captain is going to be at Mission Row all day, every day, nonstop. So having auditors being able to sort of take that place, consolidate information, and then provide that information, I think, is important.
We're planning on doing one toward the end of my term, so about 40 days from now ish, 30 days from now. Might be too soon, but the Police Continuity Act is not in effect once I'm no longer mayor, so something else will have to be drafted by whoever steps in next to allow for something like that. Or you guys could just open yourselves up to it. It's whatever.
I think it's important to self-reflect and learn from the past, for sure. Go ahead, Cletus.
I feel like the people that we chose for the audit were phenomenal. I think they did a really good job of being comprehensive and asking us the right questions.
That was Malton, by the way. I mean, I chose Malton to
I
head
was
it
about
up.
to say, if there's one person we give flowers to, it's Lance Moulton for helping out the audit.
Yeah, that was damn good.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Malton.
Wait, so who are all the auditors? Because I had only spoke to Jenny in my case.
There's a report about an announcement made. Audit team. It's Lance Moulton, Jenny Hall, Willie Glory, and Owen Svensson, I believe.
All
right?
names you'd recognize, Rhodes.
Gosh, what?
Yep. He's mine, by the way. You're not taking him back. Judge Willie Glory, not officer.
Judge Lieutenant Willie Glory, as he calls himself.
All right, so anything else? If not, then I'll have to invite the mayor up here for a presentation.
Captain,
Mr. Mayor.
Belle's on her way back. She got stuck on the train. She's almost back.
Okay, all right.
She had some train problems. She just didn't want to stop at her station. She's almost here.
Well, that means the mayor needs to do a comedy set.
What is her state ID?
She's here. She's here.
No,
She's
no,
here.
she
Hi, Belle.
was just, she couldn't quit, She just kept running.
Yeah, I had a favorite.
I waited for you.
Hi, guys.
Hello, what's your name?
Mr. Mayor.
What's your name?
My name is Max. I'm the mayor.
What's up, Max?
Hi, Max.
What's up, Max?
Hello, Max. How are
Been an
you?
audit.
A couple years now. Okay, so I've had a great opportunity to speak with a lot of cops in the last week or so, and I was pleased to find that a lot of my interviews kind of yielded the same results that Lance Malton's audit team effectively came to the same conclusion of. So I want to, first of all, I didn't get to speak to everyone in this room. I do recognize a lot of you. So thank you very much for speaking to me and taking those hours, sometimes 2 hours, or in Benwell's case, 4 hours to speak. It means a lot to me.
Cue for applause.
Yeah, I waited. I waited for no one applauded. or was like,
I think I interrupted
yeah, thank you.
Hell yeah. We love Duncan, though.
Yeah, me too. Fenwell's great. The thing that I discovered is that all of you are fucking great. Actually, to such a surprising degree that my own opinion on police officers in general, which is not very good, has changed to such a degree that I no longer am instantly nauseated when I look at you. Instead, I see a group of determined, honest, straight shooting, dedicated warriors. And it is with it is with great pleasure, after conferring with the state, that we have come to a conclusion on who will lead the future of the LSPD as chief of police.
Ooh.
Got any ideas, guys?
Kale Soze.
Any just shout out a name. Shout out a name if you think you got it.
Duncan Fenwell.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say.
Sam Bass's ghost.
McNulty.
All right.
Wait, is the person in this room?
Yes, actually.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, it could be. could be.
Respectfully, I decline.
Well, Mr. Oren, right? You were not up for selection. Okay.
Next time.
All right.
Next time, Oren.
Listen up. This decision was hard for me because I was given a choice. I brought forth two names, two exceptional police officers who possess such a keen understanding of the streets and of their brothers and sisters in the LSPD that it was almost impossible for me to make my choice. And in fact, it was probably one of the hardest decisions I've made in a long time. The person that I chose after being told by the state that, look, these two people are great, make your pick, is Mr. Barrick Johnson.
Let's go, Barrick!
Congratulations, Barrick.
Let's go, Barrick! Hell yeah!
Speech.
Hey,
Speech.
Barrick, just so we're all clear, there's an amendment to the legislation as of the latest meeting an hour ago. Congrats, buddy. You get to pick your assistant chief.
Yep.
Oh.
That's an important distinction. I spoke with Lance Moulton about this. Originally, the plan was to pick the chief and Ash Chief, in which case I would have picked both of those motherfuckers. And I'm just gonna say it right now because I feel it would not be doing her justice. The one I did not choose for chief was Miss Ruby York.
Yeah, buddy.
Ruby. It was close,
Ruby.
and with consideration to conversations that I had with Lance Moulton, and this is not to detract from your ability as a police officer at all. In fact, it detracts from Barracks because you are better at speaking to people and administrative things that I don't think that's what the LSPD needs right now. We need a how did Lance put it? Someone who can galvanize the troops on a daily basis.
Field leader with charisma who can galvanize. That's correct.
Sick. That's my choice. I have the absolute faith in you. Please, come give a speech. What'd you say that for?
Barrick! Let's go, Barrick!
Betty.
To stir.
Listen, I'm not gonna. It's gonna be hard to come up with words if I'm entirely honest. But what I can say just off the top of my head and off my heart is that I will do everything within my power as not only as an officer, but as a person to bring us all together as best as I can and give us all the tools and assets and anything that we might need to see us into the future and to ensure the longevity, prosperity, and success of not only this police department, but any departments we might have in the future. And let's best serve everybody as best we can. And I might not know everybody on a first name basis or, you know, what your family business or your brother and sister's name or what your whole story is, but I promise you that is going to change. That is going to change today, tomorrow, this week, next week, however long it takes. I'm going to get to know each and every single one of you within this shift, within shift 2, within shift 1, and I will be around in all 3 throughout the week. There will not be a week that goes by that you do not see me, and that there won't be a single time where I'm unavailable to take your questions or take any feedback that you might have.
So happy. Yeah, he's gonna
I'll do everything in my power to ensure, as I said before, our success going forward, and just each and every one of you's. Yes, Duncan.
Wouldn't we have to go to a senior who would go to the captain who would then go to you?
I mean,
That's
yeah,
chain of command, baby.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Chain of command. You know, some things. I'm not going to give an example of this because I'd be hard pressed to come up with one. But if it's something to do with the police department, yeah, you got to follow chain of command.
Yeah, thank you.
But if it's something else, just person to person, you can come straight to me.
Your head is awesome too.
Congrats.
Hell yeah, Barrick, let's go.
Okay, hold on.
Good shit, Chief.
Okay.
When are we getting helicopters?
Thank you to everyone once again for speaking with me. Congratulations to Barrick. I issue a congratulations with a heavy heart because your job is not an easy one by a long shot, and I'm sure there are some people in this room who understand that better than others. Okay. And as chief of police, you have your first assignment.
What's that?
We'll get to that. Okay, so we are pleased to learn that all of you, Matt Rhodes showcased something to me that was a bit troubling. Maybe it was a week ago now. Remember when you pulled up in that CVPI, or maybe it was a Taurus even.
That was a CVPI.
CVPI that was barely functional. It was shutting off after moving for maybe like 5 seconds or whatever. Your guys' engines in the motor pool, I guess, were just completely eviscerated. And I've received a lot of reports that you guys get like 800 an hour. You know, you barely can't. You know, what was the figure you quoted, Rhodes, about the how much money you would have to make?
I think officers on average need to work about 3 hours for just a general maintenance repair. Yeah, it works out to about that. It's actually a little more now. Prices have gone up even higher.
Okay. Well, the first assignment from the state, Mr. Chief of Police, is to open up your phone.
Done.
Hit that big eye in the top left.
Done.
And tell the people here how much money you have in your bank account.
$42,131.00.
All right.
You're rich, Bear.
Now everyone else. Cornwood.
288.
Jesus Christ.
Bones.
22,000.
Okay. McNulty.
I mean, I just bought a house, but
a house.
$24,840.
Damn. Okay.
Minus 100.
Yeah, I owe Corn $100,000.
So the lady next to McNulty, I don't think we've met.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Bay.
Hi, Bay.
Have $11,231.
Do you like have a house or a personal car or whatever?
No.
Okay. Raise your hand if you have a personal car right now.
What?
Like a cop car that you use. Okay.
Personal cop car?
Yeah.
Cost me
I would
$100
also-
grand.
100
I'd
grand.
like to clarify.
111 for me.
Well, hold on, we're not done, Cornwood. Fenwell, how much money do you have in your bank account?
24,147.
Daft, I think you're new, so you probably won't have all that much. Who is the redhead next to Cornwood there?
It's Sky.
Hi. How much money?
I have 28,273.
Okay. Is that Nakota behind you?
Mm-hmm.
How much money you got, Nakota?
46,000.
Ooh, not bad. How much was? Well, actually, you know, we'll do this. Captain, can you put up the image I sent you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
I hope that this is not blacked out for anyone else right now, or that it is.
No,
it is.
no,
Okay,
it is.
okay, good,
It's gotta-
good.
All right, I got you.
The clarification I wanted to make is it's $288.
Yeah, well,
not thousand.
Corwin, you're kind of an exception here because you're a freak of nature.
There you go.
As you can see here, this is a transfer from the state account to the PD account to pay for your engine repairs. But as you can see, almost everyone in this room had enough money to replace an engine in that motor pool. So tell me why we were the ones to give you money when you could have easily banded together in order to accomplish this goal yourselves.
Those aren't our vehicles.
I don't care.
by the
They are your vehicles. They're everyone here's vehicles. How is it that you guys aren't able to cooperate?
Well, then let me do foot patrol.
Chief, what do you think?
If the answer is no, then my answer is no.
We just need to look
I
into
was
it some more.
specifically told
We get,
no. I asked, to be clear. I asked and was told no. Therefore, no.
Okay. I mean, you're driving those cars. You are in some part responsible for paying for the repairs.
Okay, if I'm getting slammed into by 3 people during a pursuit, that's on me?
It's on all of you. You're supposed to be working together.
Yeah, you're not really providing the tools. In fact, last time you were here, you said, I'm just going to need you to suffer a little longer.
Patience. This is what you're preaching to me too as well.
My point here is that all of you have made enough money. Some of you even bought a house. You have personal cars. So this problem doesn't even apply to you anymore. How is it that you can, in all truth and honesty, appeal to the mayor's office or the state for money when you don't need it?
Isn't that why we work?
Yeah.
To be able to live?
Yeah. McNulty bought a house!
That's good, right?
It's perfect.
Work.
It's great. And no, I think we're
That's
in
capitalism.
We're in great condition. And hold on. We're in such fantastic position. I think your pay is at the perfect spot right now. Eventually, additional budgeting options will come that you'll be able to cooperate with the mayor's office for. Unfortunately, for all of you, you have 1 week to pay this money back to the state. And if you do not, there will be interest of 15% per week until we get that money back.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask how much money is in the state account?
$40 million in climbing.
Okay.
And we're being hassled for 300K. That's like 3%.
Hey, I don't make the rules, guys. I'm just coming on down and passing orders on.
But you're the
Why
mayor.
is he smiling?
Don't you
Yeah, he's very.
make the rules?
Let me clarify something, if I may, Mr. Mayor.
Please.
So, I will be very clear to you, as I've been clear with Slacks, and I'm just going to give it to you straight. The directive from the state to all government agencies, EMS, PD, whoever, is that we are to earn our own way. So, when it comes to a person out on the street, a civilian working for Grime, and that person decides they're going to reinvest their income to buy the bigger, better truck so they can earn more money, thus will be the same way for the PD. If you want to drive the bigger, faster car to catch the bigger, faster cars, then you work towards buying that bigger, faster car. You can do it as a group. You can do it as an individual. It is what it is. But this transfer that was made to you, this $300,000, was done outside of the purview and direction of the state. The treasurer found it in her heart, bleeding as it may be, to bequeath this money upon you. That was not her right. It was not articulated properly, and it was not passed through the proper channels. Thus, we are treating it as a loan. The mayor is absolutely correct in this fact. Thank you.
Oh boy. So I have some good news. I have some good news.
Okay.
We've only spent 25,000 on 300K, so we got to pay back only 25,000.
Oh,
well,
okay, I can do that right
We've
now.
definitely spent more than that.
Look, why is
Either
it,
way, we'll figure it out.
You guys wouldn't put that burden on your chief, right? Surely all of you would be willing to chip in to pay back that $25,000.
Absolutely.
Well, Cornwood, you have already done more than enough for this department.
Can I ask who signed off on the loan, or was it just thrown upon us?
Good question.
It wasn't a loan when we asked for it. We asked for it as a budget.
But Lex, was I very clear with you in the past that there were going to be no disbursements from the state?
Yes, and
okay, so then why was it requested of the treasurer?
Well, I mean, I thought that's how we're gonna get funding for the shared vehicles.
I'll pay it back all myself. I requested it.
No. Listen, we'll figure this out.
I'm Spartacus. That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Okay, that's good news.
I'll pay the
I was the captain when it happened. I'll pay all of it back.
No,
everyone's Spartacus right now. No.
Hey.
I'm not.
Listen, we'll come up with some kind of
Hey,
reasonable
Chief, get
way.
to it, brother.
Listen, we'll come up with some kind of reasonable way to disperse this within the next 48 hours, and we'll get it sorted.
Excellent.
Hey,
that's
what about my 220?
220 what?
My 220,000 that the PD owes me.
Was there like a contract when you did all that shit? Like, is this like an
Yes.
agreement?
No contract. What are you
Yes,
saying?
there was. Yes, there was.
Okay, well, take him to court then.
Did you follow the legislation?
Okay, I'm a lawyer. I will.
That a lawyer must sign it.
I'm a lawyer.
Did you sign it? Okay.
You didn't sign shit. It was a verbal agreement.
It's a piece of. I wrote on a piece of paper. Slacks IOU to me, Cornwood, $220,000. No, it's fine. I can just take the turbos back and sell them.
Yeah.
So
Listen.
I'll buy a turbo from
We'll
you.
find a way. We'll find a way to clear this. If there's a will, there's a way. I'm sure.
Just take it to open court if it gets to an unreasonable.
Yeah, I'll sit on that case.
Look.
Yeah, I mean it's 220,000.
Listen,
Okay,
I'll
can you
sit on that
explain
case.
something to me, because I have a question. So the other day, I did 6 hours of work. I did a 6-hour shift, right? Yeah, minding my business, doing my job. I got paid $4,001.
Okay.
I then had to pay $3,900 in repairs, and that has now gone up to $4,200 based on my repair from yesterday.
So was that one repair?
Yeah, the $3,900 is a single repair for a vehicle that I had taken and probably used for about an hour or so.
When you pulled it out, was it already damaged?
Yes, it was. But
So find out who put it there and then make them pay the money.
Well, so that's the point I want to bring up. I would have, but this was a vehicle that everybody took out, realized how fucked it was, put it back, And then
Well, you can see time
No,
logs.
No, our sign out logs only go so far back, and when I say so far back, there's a limited number of logs, and so for every officer that took one out and then put it back after realizing it was fucked, made the person actually responsible scroll out of our ability to see.
Yeah, and that's a problem. Look, there's an easy solution here, and that's the punishments for people who aren't paying their fair way if they're going to use the motor pool cars. Look, I'm not the chief. This is something your chief would I'm sure would be glad to solve.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Hey, don't spend the money. We don't owe him a thing, brother.
Hey, Mayor, I recall during your campaign, you stated you wanted to ensure that the police department was well equipped, that EMS had a helicopter, that we didn't have any issues being able to do our job.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I told him no.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it.
To me. I told him no.
Yeah, that's the reality.
You may have said no, but he said, "I'm gonna do this," and then didn't do it.
Okay,
He wanted to, and he was told no.
Believe me, I did.
You're yelling at the wrong person. You yell at me.
Craig, can you go to the podium?
Yeah, come up here. Come here, old man.
There are questions now. How much for a helicopter?
I don't know. I can talk to the manufacturer and find out for you.
Yeah,
How much for that drip?
Priceless.
How do you feel about your grandson?
This is DRIP compliant judicial wear.
Yeah, hold on. Slacks asked a great
That's
question.
the stripes on the side. Where can I get that?
You can't. This is 101, son.
Slacks
How do you feel about your grandson?
Yeah.
He's a no good piece of shit weeb, and he should kill himself.
Oh my God!
Y'all, listen. That's a term of endearment.
Yeah, we're just family.
That's for sure.
I mean, would you rather he was a weeb or a League of Legends player?
What the fuck is that?
Exactly. That. Yeah.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, this is a Dota 2 household.
Final note.
Oh God!
Final note on the
You are old.
The money owed to the state. Just what's the account? Is it 1 or 0? Which one is it? It's the account.
I think it's 1.
It's account 1. It says it right
Judging
there.
by what it says out there.
So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just transfer it to account 1. Also, important. So I found out from Slacks the other day. You guys, what's the account number for your PD budget or whatever? Does anyone know off the top of their head? Is it 2? Might be 2.
No. The state account is 1. The mayor account is 2.
Okay. Which one is the PD budget?
PD budget.
I don't know if I have the capacity to do that right now.
I have to go back and look.
Yeah, Slacks has it. I just.
You looking for the number, or are you looking for
the number?
the
account number.
Yeah, the bank accounts tab is under construction.
Mayor, I have a question.
Okay.
So I had a conversation with you the other day regarding a lot of things, and I had very clearly mentioned to you that, within that conversation, that we were just going to have to operate, under sort of just asking for forgiveness, not permission. And you said, "Good. That's how I would want things ran."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So is that not what the treasurer did here?
Oh no, it sure is.
so that. Double thumbs up from you, but just not from Crane.
She got forgiveness. Let's say that.
Okay, perfect.
We should just forgive her for giving us that loan.
No.
Loan forgiveness?
No. It's only $25,000. Rhodes, how much money you got in your bank account? I'm curious, because by the sounds of it, you must only have $2,000 and no personal car.
I have a personal car, not a working. Vehicle.
So your first instinct when you were hurting for money was to buy a personal non-PD vehicle?
It's $6,000 at Mosley's.
Well, how much money you got in your bank account? I'm curious.
$22,415.
Okay. Good. You got a house? Any assets that we should know about? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Split 6 ways.
Bought into a house.
Smell of that house must be something else.
Yeah, it's
Feel really
nice,
fresh.
it's cozy.
Feel nice and new.
Yeah. I don't really know why we're trying to point at assets here to be like, well, you could have paid for it. So could the state.
Could have.
You said
It won't.
The state has its own obligations, and it will be not doing so.
Okay. Well, I will be at the front desk of Mission Row all day today.
Good. Good. Everyone else who is able to drive their car and not get it destroyed, I look forward to seeing you on the streets. I will cede the floor to Mr. Chief of Police Johnson to lead this meeting for his lovely captains.
Woo!
Oh wait! Sorry. There's one more thing. Sorry, I'm very sorry.
Piece of bread.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah, we're closing off the shit sandwich. Nice. Okay. Some of you may have heard about the Council of Eight's plan for the DOC. I know that when you guys hear the DOC, you groan in disgust. I know that most of you hate driving to Bolingbrook. I know that it's terrible. Okay, you're an exception to the rule. Okay. Anyway, we have we're going to be drafting and publishing soon. We've approved it at council already. A official plan and charter for the DOC in its current incarnation. Two deplorable human beings will be running it by the name of Bobby Charles and Carmine Costello.
Oh God!
What
they
78's at Bolingbrook.
Just wait, there's more.
Hold on. So that's the beauty.
my
That's
goodness.
the beauty. There will be no 78s at Bolingbrook. There will be no 77s at Bolingbrook. There will be no whatever your call
13s.
for EMS is.
Wait, why is that?
There will be no 52s at Bolingbrook because these two have been entrusted with overseeing these prisoners, and they have two obligations. One, when someone wants to leave and their time is up, they must let them leave. And number two, what was number two, Crane?
Number two is they do not get access to an armory. They do not get guns. They do not get batons. They do not get tasers. They do not get government radios. They are not on your radio channels. They do not fucking exist. Basically, I am exiling them from causing havoc at Senor Buns and downtown Los Santos to the prison. In addition, their staff will be comprised of the entire Dan clan and the Littlemans.
So question for you.
Sure.
This is genius, actually.
Question.
When a 911 call comes in and one of them's held at knife point, are we ignoring that?
Yeah.
Not your problem.
Yeah. It's a gray zone.
Oh my lord.
Let's go.
Good
Yeah.
right there.
Like the sound of that.
How many times have you guys gone out to the lobby, okay, and you see Bobby Charles there with a notepad trying to bug your ass?
My
Every
take
time.
on this is I thought the mayorship, I thought you all had lost your fucking mind, because if you give either of them an inch, not even an inch of power, an atom of power, they're gonna abuse the living shit out of it. And I thought you all were the most insane group of people I've ever come across. But then I had a split thought where I was like, if I was a criminal and I was being told I'm sending up to a prison run by Bobby Charles and Carmine Costello, I would actually fear going to Bolingbrook.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
system will be
That's the
working.
idea.
Just a question.
And it kind of made sense.
Duncan.
Just imagine Vingle Dan greets you in your cell. I mean,
Here's my question. What happens when Bobby Charles inevitably commits another crime and then has to be sent up to his own prison? Is he a prisoner, or is he just go back into his office?
I'm sure that they'll torture him just as much as they'll
well,
torture
given
anyone
that
else.
when you get sent up to jail as a cop or a judge, because I've been there, so I know, you are immediately clocked off duty, he will be a prisoner.
Okay, now second follow-up question: what happens when he inevitably commits terrorism again and has to go up there on a hold? Who runs the prison?
One of them. Or,
Yeah,
The
Carmine.
inmates
both
run
go
the
up.
asylum.
The
Yeah.
We get a
Littlemans.
bet. Can we get a bet and poll going? Because I'm having that last 2 months before they're
Now,
both
the
in
question
Hey,
prison.
that's
is,
2
if
months
he's
of
found
less Senor
guilty-
Buns calls.
If he's found
True.
guilty and he's made a violent felon, is he still the warden?
Yeah, felonies
I don't care.
Yeah, they don't matter for that.
So are there crimes within the walls
Nope.
of the
Nope.
DOC?
Nope.
Okay.
What if
Does that
I, what
extend
if
to
I
the parking
shoot
lot?
bullets?
It's like a
outside?
Bermuda Triangle.
They do extend to the parking lot, so if people are getting into maybe we don't. We'll figure it out. And we'll let you guys know.
All right, sounds good.
I feel like as long as it's within Bolingbrook, we can safely say, yeah, no, it's whatever. But the thing is these motherfuckers will let that shit spill out into the parking lot. So we'll see.
Yeah, just view it like a jurisdictional issue. It's like when, one county sheriff, crosses the line into another county. If it comes into your jurisdiction, you decide how to deal with it.
They got
If it's
worse
within
Parsons.
the walls, tell them to fuck off, ignore them.
I got a picture. Maybe this will help sum it up for you guys. Slacks, can you put that up on the board there?
Mm-hmm.
I have a follow-up question to that jurisdiction.
Just a second after he puts it up there. Actually, fuck it. We'll take the question now.
Okay, so what happens if they decide to if there's everything they do in there is up to them? What happens if they decide to make weapons of mass destruction and then distribute them outside of the prison?
Then they're doing something outside the prison.
Yeah, then you
arrest them accordingly. What the hell?
You guys play RuneScape?
But they can just make them weapons
No, I
of mass
touch grass.
destruction there.
Anyone
The
here
state
play
will step
RuneScape?
in, Duncan.
Rune what?
92
Okay.
is halfway to 99.
I touch grass. I'm good.
Bolingbrook.
Since I had to clock the time in the library.
Bolingbrook is the wildy. Okay.
So
Can you describe that? I don't see it.
Yeah, okay, I need that one as well.
So basically, when there's a zone in RuneScape where if you step out there, then all of a sudden the rules don't apply. You're no longer
Can you
safe.
put that? Can you put that in Halo 2 reference for me, please?
What's a good Halo 2? This is like a free for all on Blood Gulch.
oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Nice.
Wait. So if I go down to the prison and just shoot inmates?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
you
probably
probably get fired.
you shouldn't do that, but you guys are held to a higher standard, right?
Well, I'm just thinking. Okay. Somebody tosses a gun into the prison.
Mm-hmm.
They bring a kidnapped person to the gate, and they tell the person in the prison to execute the person outside. Then what?
I don't know.
Conspiracy.
What if a giant pit opens up in the center of Bolingbrook and
I
Satan
jump in.
himself climbs out
jump in.
and then declares that humanity has failed and that they're going to rip our souls from our body? Look, the Council of Eight,
That's Armageddon.
we operate not in fear of the future, but for the hope of the future. Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
Hooray! All right, I'm done. I'm done, guys.
Well, I imagine that just brings us to just normal meeting stuff, I suppose. If anybody has anything that they want to talk about or any questions, or anybody or myself included, I'm more than happy to answer them as best I can at this time. So, Cornwood?
I can talk about the 37 calls, suspicious activity calls up north.
Yeah, get after him. Let's do it.
So myself and Bones, if you want to talk about this too, Bones got it.
He
Lenny
knows to
and
pick his
Declan
assistant.
were out there with Bones as well. I was with Lovesick and Aziz. We keep getting all those suspicious activity calls. Turns out they're actually doing those moonshine drop-offs. So moonshine drop-offs, we know they're getting rolled notes, rolls of cash from dropping them off. They literally drop the moonshine off at the door. They bend over, put it down, and then somebody comes out the door. I mean, you don't see them. They just crack it open, and they just throw out like a rubber band roll of notes out there. So and then they pick it up again, they get back in the car, and they go. We saw moonshine crates for the first time today, and those crates, it looks like they carry.
We got that.
I didn't get to look.
We got
Did you see
that.
it's 8 Bones. Did you see inside the crates yet?
In a crate is 8, I believe.
8. Okay, that's what we were told.
Heard so far.
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I didn't actually crack one open yet. So
Have we tasted the moonshine to actually make sure it's moonshine?
it's not good quality. Or no, we haven't. We've not.
Because the last batch I tried under a microscope, not great.
Huh?
What?
I actually, Cornwood, I actually got something on this. This is relevant.
The intent?
Yeah, no. So actually, the judges and I had a conversation because there was something brought to us at the meeting by Nakota, and I put it to the judges for discussion, which happened during the meeting about an hour. And the result is that we are going to be drafting a law. We're going to be reworking the manufacturing of moonshine law. It's just going to be an overall umbrella law called bootlegging.
Ooh.
So any manufacturer, distribution, anything in the chain, basically. So if you're operating a still, if you're delivering the moonshine, if
Like
you're
an umbrella
selling
charge
it,
kind of thing.
all that kind of stuff. Yep, it's just going to be bootlegging. So there's no split between manufacturing versus selling. It's all going to be one charge. We're going to set a time and fine for it, and that way, if you guys find these marked ones for delivery, like we've been provided in the judiciary from the reports, then we're going to go ahead and use that charge in the future.
That's exciting.
So you'll have the misdemeanor possession, the felony possession, and then bootlegging. And bootlegging will cover all of the above. We also had a discussion regarding the role. The notes,
right now.
Our position right now is that
Yeah,
there needs to be a court precedent set there. So, in terms of the seizure of the money, we understand your articulation regarding the money, as Cornwood said, being the proceeds of the illegal sale. However, as of right now,
Hey, it's the top boss man.
Hi.
Hey,
where can we speak somewhat privately?
Go over in that room if you like.
Sure.
Yeah, that room's great.
Oh, it's the top lady as well.
Hello, Opal.
Mingle dance.
Hey, Ruby.
Your hair is still blue.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, she's a cutie.
So I'm gonna be straight up.
Yeah.
I kind of fumbled that speech, and I totally I did not mean to like it. I kept going when I should not have kept going for like a minute. So apologies. you are.
Yeah, it didn't sound too good at the second half, but that's okay.
I'm sorry. You are a fantastic cop, and you would not have been up there in the running if I didn't think you could do it. I'm not a cop, so my opinion means pretty much jack shit, except for all the info that I've gathered and talking to people. I will be recommending once again, this is just a recommendation. I have no true power over this. To Barrick, that he choose you as assistant. I think, being quite frank, that you would destroy. You have more administrative prowess than he does by a long shot, and he's gonna need someone like you to really get that shit done. And there's a lot of work that needs to get done, and arguably your role is more important than his. Now, ultimately, who he decides to pick is up to him, and that's kind of something that Malton kind of pounded into my head, because he told me a bunch of how well do you get along with Barrick? I'm wondering.
I've known Barrick for a long time, but we're in different shifts.
Okay. He's going to be moving to shift 2, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a requirement of the job, is that if you're going to do it, then if you're not shift 2, you need to be shift 2. And I'm going to have the same conversation with him. Pretend like I didn't have this one with you. You are fantastic, and I hope that you are not discouraged by my fumbling of words. I kind of fucking beefed it really hard.
He meant to endorse you. He put his foot in his mouth.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on, so I just was like, oh, okay. But anyway, yeah, I appreciate your apology.
Thank you. Are you even interested in like taking on that kind of role?
I am not interested in being a 100% admin.
Oh, you won't be. No.
No.
It's more that, well, first of all, ideally, neither of you are in an administrative role purely 100% of the time, because you will have delegated to the point where you don't need to be in the office all the time talking to cops, hearing their complaints, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's more that you have an understanding on a macro level that I think Barrick doesn't have. So, yeah, that's all. Boom.
Then, okay, that's okay. I'm not sure how to take that. I'll do some thinking when I'm more lucid.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still probably fumbling it. I shouldn't have said shit. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, because that makes it sound like I should have been chief. You literally anyway. Doesn't matter.
No,
it's all good.
No. He should have been chief. He was definitely the choice. You could have done the job just as well, probably.
What's the difference then between the two of us?
The difference?
What makes what quality did he have over all the other candidates to make him chief?
Do you truly want to know?
Yeah, I do.
Are you willing to unlock the Pandora's box, gaze into the void, and truly understand?
It is the month of the month of March.
I couldn't get a hold of you. That's literally.
What does that mean?
I literally just I tried to fucking DM you on Twitter. I followed you. I tried so hard, but like,
what do you mean?
I just couldn't get a hold of you. That's literally it.
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm on duty every day.
No, look. This isn't a conversation that I could have
Oh my god.
face to face. It needed to be something that we talked about privately. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't get a hold of you. That's it. That's literally it.
Oh, everybody else can. Okay.
Why didn't you ask me?
Huh?
We have each other's. Why didn't you ask? Literally,
I'm not. I think we're done here. I think.
Oh my god. Could you just ask me?
Yeah.
For me to run my lights when traffic is that heavy, then it is to not. And then the second the traffic clears, I slap my lights back on.
Yep. Listen, I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't, but do so at your own risk, for sure.
I reserve the right to slap you later.
All right. Wait, why?
Is there anything else? Anybody have anything particular? I appreciate everybody being here, by the way.
Because why?
So, isn't that easiest time to be around for a majority?
You can slap me whenever you want.
If nobody has anything else, then we're all dismissed.
Who's your ass chief?
Oh, good.
Hmm.
Let's go.
Get out of here.
Give me time. I'll have more on that tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll have more on that tomorrow.
Shitty talk.
Yeah, you're all dismissed.
Congratulations.
How does he not know?
Would you like to do the honors?
There was a guy who got sent.
Nah, let's keep it traditional.
By the police.
Mary, did you still want to have that meeting, by the way?
No, I think we're good.
Of the United States of America.
What do you say?
To the republic which stands one nation under
They're doing
God,
the.
indivisible, with liberty and
Turner, I have to
justice
talk
for
to you
all.
and Slacks about something.
They're
Give
doing
me
the
my-
flag salute.
Honor the
Where's
Texas
Ruby?
flag.
Yeah, that's important. That's part of democracy.
One state.
It's a marketing campaign that was created by a flag company to sell flags.
Sawyer?
What? It was invented by George Washington.
It was. It was no. It was.
Okay, that
that's not-
individual was
that's not.
requesting